Welcome back in for Sacred Heart basketball as the Lady Knights continue league action on the road, traveling to Minneapolis to take on the Lady Lions. Sacred Heart coming off a 51-45 win over southeast of Salina at home on Tuesday. The Lady Knights being led in scoring by Skylar Douglas. She finished with 26 in the contest. The Lady Knights sitting at 15-3 overall, 6-1 in league play as they take on Minneapolis for the second time this season. Sacred Heart defeating Minneapolis 60-32 back in January, the first game off of break. Skylar Douglas leading the way in that contest. She had 26. A few changes for Minneapolis in the starting lineup tonight compared to that game, as Miley McClure will get the start for Coach Brian Weatherman. She did not play much of that contest at Sacred Heart in a game where the Lady Knights forced 24 turnovers on the Lady Lions. Sacred Heart looks to continue their dominance with the press defense on the road in Minneapolis tonight. We'll take a short break and be back with starting lineups brought to you by Maori Clinic of Salina.
We believe jewelry is more than just an accessory. It's an expression of who you are. It's also a piece of your life that can be passed down through the generations. That's why our expert team is here to listen, understand, and help you find that piece that speaks to your story. We're not just your local jeweler. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your partners in celebrating life's precious moments. Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina. In our 141st year, we are not old. We're just really good at what we do.
Welcome back to the Maori Clinic Sports Medicine Radio booth. Tonight's game spots are brought to you by Maori Clinic. Dr. Andrew Westbrook proudly supports our area student athletes. If you're injured, come see Dr. Westbrook at his sports injury walking clinic every Monday and Thursday from 8 to 9 a.m. at Maori Clinic, or call to make an appointment. And go Knights. I'm Noah Helgett. Brian Denna behind the camera. Tonight's action brought to you by Maori Clinic of Salina. The Lady Knights on the road to take on Minneapolis. A few area games tonight as Beloit will play host to Phillipsburg. Sacred Heart traveling and making the short road trip to Minneapolis tonight, as Ellsworth in southeast of Saline on bye tonight. Republic County traveling to Lions to take on the Lady Lions. We'll keep an eye on a score update brought to you by Salina Ortho. Standings in the NCAA, Beloit leading the way, 11-4 overall, 7-1 in league play. Their one loss coming from Sacred Heart in Beloit. Sacred Heart sits in at 15-3 overall, 6-1 in league play. Southeast of Saline behind them, 13-4 overall, 5-3 in league play. Ellsworth sitting at 10-4 overall, 5-3 in league. Minneapolis behind them, they sit at 8-7 overall, 4-4 in league play. Republic County and Lions both at the bottom. Republic County, though, getting a win over Lions. They sit 4-13 overall, 1-8 in league play. And rounding out the league standings for Lions, they are 2-15 overall, 0-8 in league play. The Lady Lions coming off a 47-32 loss over the Hillsboro Lady Trojans at home last Friday. They had a bye on Tuesday. The Lady Lions back in action tonight as they take on Sacred Heart at home. The Lady Lions under the direction of Coach Brian Weatherman, assisted by Mitch Shea. He'll start a 5'5 junior in Miley McClure. She averages 3.4 points, 2.8 rebounds, and 1.6 assists on the season. A 5'11 junior in Bailey Randall Hurt leads the team in scoring and rebounds, nearly averages a double-double for the Lady Lions squad. She averages 14.3 points, 9.8 rebounds, and 0.7 assists on the season. Riley Robinson, a 5'9 junior, averages 9.7 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 1.2 assists on the season. Addison Abel, a 5'7 senior, averages 4.5 points. She had 15 against Sacred Heart back in January in the defeat, 60-32. Addison Abel, phenomenal shooter from beyond the arc. We'll see if she can do that again tonight. And rounding out the lineups for Minneapolis, a 5'8 sophomore in Sierra Kozart, averaging 3.6 points and 3.9 rebounds on the season. Sacred Heart under the direction of Coach Carl Hines. His number 6 ranked 2A Sacred Heart Lady Knights, sticking with the same starting 5 they have all season. Addie Lee Averages 13.8 points, 3 rebounds, and 2.7 assists on the season. Leads the team in steals. Skylar Douglas, the leading scorer. She averages 14.5 on the season. Nicole Richards, the senior, getting her 18th start of the year. She averages 3.8 points, 3.1 rebounds, and 2.2 assists on the season. Eden Sharpton leading the team in rebounds with 4.3. And Emmy Lee, the freshman coming off, she averages 10.9 points, 2.9 rebounds, and 3.9 assists on the season. The Lady Knights averages 52 points per game. Opponents just to 40. Sacred Heart averages 11.6 steals per game, and they set at 200 total steals on the season, just 18 games in. As both teams walking to the center logo and to get things started from Minneapolis, Sacred Heart in their away navies outlined in gold numerals, Minneapolis in their home whites with red numerals. As Sharpton and Robinson at the center line to get things started and jump. Ball in the air. Sacred Heart comes away with the tip. Skylar Douglas will take it down the court, top of the key. Kicks it out to the left side to Emmy. Emmy moving it quickly. Hands it off to Nicole, the senior. Skylar gets it left wing, stuck with it, hands it off to Addie. Addie going 7 for 7 from the three-point line in this game last year in Minneapolis. Shot 27 for the Lady Knights. Emmy drives it down baseline, stuck underneath, kicks it back out to Addie. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Addie taking it to the cup. A whistle blown underneath as Addie fouled by Miley McClure. Their first foul of the night, as Addie Lee will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. A free throw shooter averaging 72.5% from the free throw line and knocks down her first. She'll get one more from the charity stripe. An early foul for the Lady Lions. Lee's second free throw on the way goes perfect. Minneapolis will inbound at Sacred Heart, coming out with the press. Addie nearly stealing it away from Abel. Minneapolis stuck with it, has not passed midcourt. Gets it off to McClure. She's at the logo. Gets it a pass. Nearly loses the handle. Tipped, though. A backcourt violation called. McClure back foot on the line. It'll go back to the Lady Knights. The Lady Knights forcing their first turnover of the game. 7:14 left to go in the first quarter. Nicole Richards will inbound it on the far side. She'll kick it into the hands of Addie. Addie kicks it right to Douglas. Douglas drives it in the lane. Emmy with the top of the key. Takes it, stuck in the paint again. Can't get it. Gets it out to Douglas. Douglas drives it down the baseline, kicks it out. But Addison Abel tips it out of bounds on the baseline. Sacred Heart will have it back. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Sacred Heart playing in another gymnasium with the shot clock. Sacred Heart doesn't have it at home, but they do on the road. Emmy, a 3 on the way, off. Eden with the rebound. Kicks it out to Addie. Addie taking it back down the lane. Drives, takes it all the way. Shot off and rebounded by Randall Hurt for Minneapolis. Randall Hurt drives it right side, takes it down the court herself. Stuck with it, looking to get it off. She gets it off to McClure for Minneapolis. 6.5 left to go in the first. 2-0 the score. The Lady Knights on top. Robinson drives, gets it poked out by Sacred Heart. The second turnover. Richards taking it down the court, kicks it off to Addie. Right wing backs it up. Richards a 3 on the way. Off and rebounded by Randall Hurt. Her second rebound of the game. Cozart taking it down the court, nearly losing the handle. Gets it off to Randall Hurt. Cozart top of the key. Drives it. A whistle blown. And an offensive foul on Cozart, a push-off. They are calling it their second team foul. Not liking the call. Sacred Heart will take over. 5:57 left to go in the first. 2-0 the score. Addie Lee the lone scorer for the Lady Knights so far. Addie stuck in the right wing, backing it out. Kicking it to her sister Emmy. Emmy drives it in, kicks it back out. Skylar gets it, thinks about taking it down the lane, can't, stuck with it. Emmy gets forced out of bounds, and the Lady Lions forcing their first turnover on Sacred Heart. Minneapolis will take it over. A little over 5.5 left to go in the first quarter. 2-0 the score. Robinson inbounds it. McClure has it. Driving. Stuck with it. And McClure kicks it off. The Lady Knights. As Skylar Douglas charged with her first personal. Little reach in and poke foul. Trying to steal it away and get their third steal of the game. Minneapolis has it back. 5.5 left to go in the first. Douglas nearly gets it out. McClure saves it for Minneapolis. McClure pans it off to Randall Hurt. Randall Hurt moving it quickly around the right side. Abel with it. Abel, a three on the way. Off. And last touch by the Lady Lions off of Cozart underneath the basket. And the Lady Knights will get a fresh shot clock with 5:13 left to go in the first. Addie kicks it off to Emmy, left side. Emmy bringing it back around, stuck, kicks it out to Skylar. Skylar a three on the way, bullseye! The senior knocks down from deep, and the Lady Knights extending their lead to 5-0. 4:53 left to go in the first. Lady Knights pressing it. McClure gives it off to Robinson. Robinson gets it across the court quickly. Stuck, kicks it off to Cozart. Cozart feeding it down to Randall Hurt. Randall Hurt stuck, gets it back out, and a walk called. The Lady Lions with their third turnover as Atlee Smith, Addison Doring, and McKenna Warlock all check in for the Lady Lions. McClure, Abel, and Randall Hurt taking a seat. 4:38 left to go in the first quarter. 5-0 your score. Addie kicks it off to Skylar, right wing. Skylar, quicken. Hands it off, left side. Nicole with it now. Nicole feeding it down to Eden. Eden post up, taking it to the bucket. Shot off and rebounded by Robinson. Robinson kicks it off to Cozart. Cozart taking it down the court, gets it across the center line. Warlock with it, left wing. Doring, top of the key, kicks it around to the right. Sierra Cozart with it. 4 minutes left. Robinson gets the feed down low, draws the foul, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Fouled on by the Lady Knights. Nicole Richards picking up her first personal. As a 5'9" junior in Riley Robinson will go to the line to shoot 2. A 58% free throw shooter on the season. Will get a chance to get Minneapolis on the board. Knocks down her first. Lady Knights leading 5-1, 4:02 left to go in the first. Robinson, her second free throw up on the way. Bounces off the front iron. Warlock with the offensive rebound. And Robinson steps out on the far right side. Minneapolis with their 4th turnover in this first quarter. The Lady Knights will inbound it on the far side of the court. Addie Lee hustles it across the center line. Takes it off into the right side. Douglas drives, taking it to the cup, kicks it back out to Emmy. Emmy a 3 on the way. Yes! Rocks it down. Fouled. Count the bucket and she'll go to the line for a free throw. Count the bucket, they say. Is that foul called on McKenna Warlock? Her first personal as the freshman gets the huge 3 bucket. A nice 4-point play for Emmy Lee. Smith will kick it into Cozart, stuck with it, can't get it back, moved. Picks up the ball, kicks it back. Atlee Smith trying to get it across, and a timeout called by Coach Brian Weatherman. A 30-second timeout, and we'll keep it here to thank some of our sponsors. The official apparel provider for Salina Post sports teams is Messenger Total Promotions. See them in downtown Salina for local high school swag like hoodies, t-shirts, hats, and more. They can custom make anything and also have school items for your car. Messenger Total Promotions in Salina, Minneapolis, and Junction City. This broadcast is presented in part by Kansas Bankers Technologies, aligning technology, compliance, and community banking. Tonight's game brought to you by Maury Clinic and Dr. Andrew Westbrook. Proudly supports our area student athletes. If you're injured, come see Dr. Westbrook at his sports injury walking clinic every Monday and Thursday from 8 to 9 a.m. at Maury Clinic, or call to make an appointment. Go Knights. I'm Noah Helgett. Brian Dennett behind the camera as the Lady Knights find themselves on top with 3:39 left to go in the first quarter. 9-1 the score. Minneapolis gets the inbound on the far side. McClure will take it across the court. Douglas steals it away. Douglas taking it all the way. Shot blocked, though. Rebounded by Emmy. Nice putback by the freshman in Emmy Lee. Randall Hurt gets it, takes it down the court. Little jumper on the way. Rattles out. Battles gets her own rebound. The putback. And she'll go to the line to shoot two. Eden Sharpton called with her first personal as Bailey Randall Hurt will go to the line. She averages 72% from the free throw line. She'll get two shots. Her first knocks it down as Randall Hurt, just the second player to score in the contest, as Addison Abel will check back in for the Lady Lions. McKenna Warlock will take the seat. 11-2 the score. Randall Hurt, her second on the way, goes perfect from the free throw line. As Riley Robinson will check back in for the Lady Lions. 3:12 left to go in the first. 11-3 the score. Addie Lee gets it across the court, kicks it off to Emmy. Emmy driving it in, kicking it back out to Addie. Addie thinks about the three, keeps it though. Hands it off to Nicole, around to Douglas the senior. 2:55 left. Emmy drives, taking it to the court, and the bucket. Count the bucket for Emmy. Emmy having a game tonight. She sits with 8 of the 13 for the Lady Knights as she's charged with the foul. Excuse me, no foul. It looked like one was calling a foul. One was just the out of bounds. They stick with the out of bounds on the Lady Knights. Minneapolis gets it in. McClure crosses the center line. Drives it into the left side. Takes it herself. Shot off. Randall Hurt with the rebound. The putback off. Sharpton battling, fighting for the rebound. Sharpton, a quick 2 fouls for her as McClure hits the deck. Her shot off. Foul on the court, they're calling it. As Bryn Bouchard will check back in for the Lady Knights. Eden Sharpton charged with her second. As Abel gets it inbounds, takes it to the hoop, shot off the glass. Rebound by Skylar Douglas. Skylar hustling it down the court herself. Takes it into the left side. The Lady Knights moving left to right. 2:17 left to go in the first. Emmy, a three on the way. Off and rebounded by Robinson for the Lady Lions. The Lady Lions moving it down the court quickly. Robinson kicks it to the left to Abel. Abel bringing it back around, being guarded well by Addie. And a double dribble call on the Lady Lions. Their 6th turnover of the quarter. As Sierra Cozart, the 5'8" sophomore, will check back in for the Lady Lions, averaging the team in assists with 2.4 on the season. 13-3 your score. 1:53 left to go in the first. Addie hands it off to Emmy. Emmy bringing it back around to Skylar. Nicole Richards with it, far right side. Addie thinks about the three, keeps it. Nicole dribbles, stuck with it. Has to hand it off. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Lady Knights backing it up. Addie driving it, taking it to the hoop, and getting the bucket to go. Addie now with 4. Randall Hurt gets it at midcourt, takes it across. Driving, kicking it out to Abel. Abel, a right three on the way, off the iron. Rebound being battled for and poked out on the Lady Knights. Minneapolis will have it back. 1:16 left to go in the first quarter. Sacred Heart leading 15-3. McClure will inbound it, kicks it into Robinson. Robinson top of the key. Back out to McClure, a 3 on the way. Bingo. Miley McClure gets on the chart for the first time tonight with a big three. As the Lady Knights still on top, 15-6, 59 seconds left. Douglas takes it down. Bouchard, difficult shot, gets it to go, and the freshman on the board for the Lady Knights late in this first quarter. McClure stuck with it, double teamed by Richards and Douglas. Cozart right wing stuck. Looking to get it out, throws it across the court to Abel. Abel, another three on the way. It's off, rebounded by Randall Hurt. And a jump ball called. The arrow sticking with the Lady Lions. 34 seconds left to go in the first. The Lady Knights leading by 11, 17-6. Cozart will throw it in for Minneapolis. She'll kick it in to Randall Hurt. Abel left side, drives it back around. Cozart with it now. Cozart drives, shot off, nowhere near. Stolen away by Emmy. Emmy driving it down, kicks it out to Douglas. 19 seconds, no shot clock. Her shot off. Rebounded by Randall Hurt. Cozart taking it down the court. 9 seconds, 7 seconds. Lady Lions will have it for the last shot. Randall Hurt driving it, loses the handle, gets it back though. Her shot off. As we'll go into the second quarter, the Lady Knights leading 17-6. We'll take a break and be back with second quarter action brought to you by Maury Clinic Sports Medicine.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
At Maury Women's Clinic, we're here for women and what matters most to them. From understanding your monthly cycles to growing a family or navigating menopause and everything in between. Our experienced team of OBGYNs include Drs. Prendergast, Morgan, Ablard, Rosh, and Jones. Maury Women's Clinic is located in Salina, and we invite you to come experience a team that values expertise, care, and compassion because you matter more at Maury.
Welcome back into the Maury Clinic Sports Medicine radio booth. I'm Noah Helgett. Brian Dennett behind the camera. Tonight's game brought to you by Maury Clinic of Salina. Sacred Heart has the arrow to start the second quarter. And Addie Lee gets it across the line, kicks it off to the left side. Emmy driving it down, stuck. Richards left wing with it, feeds it down to Eden. Eden across the lane to Skyler. Skyler a three off from the left side on the way. Boom, knocks it down. The senior starts off the second quarter with a bang. Huge three bucket by Douglas. Cozart gets the pass all the way down the court from McClure. Robinson flying down the lane, taking it all the way. As she hits the ground, fouled, and we'll go back to the line to shoot free throws. That foul called on Nicole Richards. Nicole picking up her second. As Riley Robinson will go back to the line to shoot two free throws. A 58% free throw shooter on the season. Her first is on the way, knocks it down.
Free throws for Minneapolis.
Has hit two free throws for the Lady Lions. She now has two in the contest. Has one more opportunity. Her shot up on the way, off the board, and rebounded by Eden. Addie gets it down the court. Douglas another three, why not? Off the iron, rebounded by McClure. McClure kicks it out to Cozart. Cozart hustling it down the court, stuck with it. Kicks it to McClure. McClure taking it down the open lane. Her shot off, rebounded by Richards. And a jump ball. That's what I kind of have to agree with Coach Brian Weatherman. It looked like they called a jump ball, but he called it a foul on Sierra Cozart, Sierra's second. Warlock will check back in for the Lady Lions. Sacred Heart has it, 7 minutes left to go in the first half. Emmy drives it down the lane, kicks it out to Douglas. Douglas, another three from the same spot, and bingo! Knocks down her third three of the game. She now has 9 as the Lady Knights lead 23-7. Skylar steals it away, forces it. Nice pass down to Addie, and Addie gets the bucket to go. A nice steal by Skylar on the inbound for Minneapolis. Skylar looking down, back down towards the basket. Great vision by her. Addie Lee on the backside and feeds it down to Lee as the Lady Knights force their second turnover on Minneapolis, and the Lady Knights on top 25-7. We'll take a short break to thank some of our sponsors. Sage Products of Salina is your supplier of janitorial products for your business or home, from paper towels to soap and from items from ceiling to floor. You can see Sage Products. You can get the same home field advantage at your home or office by visiting sageselects.com. You're watching courtesy of Kansas Bankers Technologies, your trusted partner in bank-focused IT strategy and compliance. 6:42 left to go in the first half. The Lady Knights on top, 25-7. The Lady Lions looking to get it past midcourt as Bonilla checks in for the Lady Knights, nearly stealing it away from McClure. Randall Hurt drives it across. A whistle blown, a foul called on the Lady Knights as Randall Hurt trying to take it down in the lane. As Sharpton called with her third personal. Britton Bouchard checking back in. Bouchard getting some good playing time. The freshman coming off the bench averages 2.2 points on the season. McClure drives it down the left side, kicks it back out to Abel. Abel, a three on the way, off the iron, and rebounded by Addie for the Lady Knights. Emmy gets it down court, kicks it to Bouchard. Bouchard can't handle it, kicks it back out. Addie has it left side, driving it in. Douglas around to Emmy. Emmy, a right-hand side three off. Addie with the offensive board, the putback, and the score. Nice hustle by the junior, and Addie has 2 rebounds on the game. Sits with 8 as Randall Hurt takes it down the court, kicks it off to Abel, right side. McClure now with it. Feeds it down to Robinson. Robinson taking it to the cup and scoring. Riley Robinson now with 4 for the Lady Lions, leading the team in scoring. 5.5 left to go. The Lady Knights on top 27-9. Bonita kicks it back to Addie. Addie thinks about the three, keeps it though, drives it down the baseline, forced out of bounds. And great hustle by Warlock, forcing a turnover on the Lady Knights. Just the second turnover on the Lady Knights in this first half. As Addison Doring, the 5'6" senior, will check back in. Doring will take it down the court. Nearly stolen away. McClure picks it up and takes it down. Hits one knee, kicks it back out. Randall Hurt, a three on the way. It's off. Rebound being battled for. Addie gets it, pokes it back in. Randall Hurt, a shot. Little jumper goes. And Randall Hurt now with 4 for the Lady Lions. Addie Lee, the junior, drives it down the court, stands at the logo, kicks it off to Emmy. Emmy driving it, kicks it down. Nice backdoor pass to Bryn Bouchard. And Bryn with 4. 29-11 the score. Randall Hurt gets it across the midcourt. Bouchard guarding her. Bouchard stealing it away. And the last touch by the Lady Lions. Great hustle by the freshman in at Bryn Bouchard. With 4:35 left to go in the first half, 29-11. The Lady Knights on top. Bryn Bouchard coming in for Eden Sharpton. She has 4, and she just got that huge steal to get it back into the hands of the Lady Knights. Douglas has it top of the key. She'll drive it down. Little jumper on the way. Rattles off. Rebounded by Smith for Minneapolis. Robinson gets it down the court. Her shot off. Rebounded by Douglas. And a foul called on Minneapolis. That's Addison Doring's first personal. As Skylar gets the rebound. 4:09 left to go. As Bailey Randall Hurt will check in for the Lady Lions as well as Haley Nichols. Nichols, a 5'6" senior for this squad. Emmy Lee gets it across the center logo, kicks it off to the right-hand side to Skylar. Skylar bringing it back around. Nicole Richards has it left wing. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Emmy drives it, tries to force it to Bryn. And Minneapolis forces the turnover, the third turnover on the Lady Knights. Doring has it right wing. Stuck, kicks it back top of the key to Randall Hurt. Randall Hurt forcing it down to Nichols. And the Lady Lions throw it out of bounds underneath the basket as Holly Bonilla will check back in for Sacred Heart. 3:39 left to go in the first half. As Bonilla, Addie Lee, Emmy Lee, Skylar Douglas, and Bryn Bouchard all on the court for the Lady Knights. Doring, Abel, McClure, Randall Hurt, and Nichols on the court for the Minneapolis Lady Lions. Bonilla has it right wing, kicks it around. Skylar, three on the way, short, rebounded, battled for underneath. Randall Hurt gets the rebound. Bryn Bouchard there, though, puts a hand on it, battling for it. They both hit the ground, a jump ball called, and it'll go to the Lady Lions. 3:21 left to go in the first half, 29-11 the score. As Berkeley Hessman, a 5'5" sophomore, will check in, coming off the bench for the Lady Lions. Robinson inbounds it, kicks it to McClure. McClure stuck with it, kicks it to Randall Hurt. Randall Hurt gets it across the line. Hessman gets a feed down low. Her shot knocks it down. As Hessman checks in and gets the quick bucket to go for the Lady Lions. Great hustle by Randall Hurt, feeding it down to a wide open Berkeley Hessman. Skylar has it at the right wing, drives it inside, kicks it back out to Addie. Addie, a three on the way, splashes. And Addie Lee knocks down her first three buckets. As the Lady Knights now lead 32-13, 2:40 left to go in the first half. Hessman kicks it down to McClure. McClure trying to force it, feed it to Randall Hurt. Poked out, though, by Emmy Lee. Robinson having to hustle to save it. Robinson sets the screen. McClure drives it down in, kicks it to Randall Hurt. And Randall Hurt getting the bucket to go. Bailey now with 6 for the Lady Lions. Sacred Heart leading 32-15, 2:16 left to go in the first half. Bonilla kicks it to Douglas. Douglas, a little jumper from the side, off. Rebounded by Randall Hurt. McClure taking it down the court, gets it poked out by Emmy. Emmy kicks it to Bryn. Bryn back to Addie. Addie brings it to the right side as Minneapolis pokes it away and steals it from the Lady Knights. Bryn guarding Addie pretty hard. Abel gets it off. Hessman now with it, right wing. McClure, left wing three on the way. Rattles in. McClure knocking down her second three. Lady Lions on a little bit of a run here in the second quarter. Addie kicks it off to Bonilla, left side. Bonilla back to Addie, around to Douglas. Douglas driving it over Hessman, takes it to the cup, bounces off, rebounded, battled for a jump ball called, and it'll go to the Lady Knights. As Atlee Smith will check back in for Minneapolis. 1:20 left to go in the first half, 32-18 the score. Sacred Heart on top. Bonilla will kick it in for the Lady Knights on the baseline on their side of the court. Bonilla scans, kicks it in. Minneapolis ready for it. Robinson steals it away off the inbound. Sacred Heart's 5th turnover of the first half. McClure gets it across the line. Emmy trying to poke it back out. Saves it though. Robinson top of the key. Around to Abel. Abel can't control it. Kicks it off. Last touched by the Lady Knights. They thought it was last touched by Minneapolis. Wasn't sure on the call, but it looked like it was off of Addie Lee. Minneapolis will have it back. A minute left to go in the first half. 32-18 the score. Abel kicks it into Robinson. Backdoor pass to McClure. McClure drives it into the right side, pokes it out. Emmy steals it. Emmy has the speed. She'll take it all the way to the cup and finish. The freshman now with 10, with 44 seconds left to go in the first half. Minneapolis hasn't gotten a pass midcourt. Emmy trying to steal it again. as Skylar Douglas charged with her second. A little reach-in foul, trying to get it out. Nearly did, but caught with the foul. As Sierra Kozart will check back in for Minneapolis. 40 seconds left to go in the first half. 34-18 the score. Abel, the senior, will kick it in for Minneapolis. Kozart trying to get it across the line. Emmy trying to poke it out. Kozart stuck with it. Keeps it though. Saves it. Abel gets it right side. 28 seconds left. Abel stuck with it right side. Kicks it off to Robinson, top of the key. Robinson being guarded well by the Lady Knights. Kozart gets it back. Drives it inside. Jumper right in front of the free throw line. Off. Rebound being battled for. A whistle blown. And a Minneapolis foul. As Sierra Kozart charged with her third. Minneapolis will have it back for one last shot of this first half. As Nicole Richards will check back in for Sacred Heart. Holly Bonilla taking a seat. Emmy will get the inbound, crosses the center line. Warlock guarding her. Emmy drives it, takes it, kicks it out to Douglas. Douglas a three from the left side. Bingo! Skylar Douglas knocks down another huge three. The Lady Lions not ready to inbound it. And Sacred Heart will go in to intermission on fire as Skylar Douglas knocks down her fourth three of the ball game. She finishes the first half with 12 as Sacred Heart extends their total and leads 37-18 at the intermission. We'll take a break and be back with the halftime report brought to you by Salina Ortho.
Stop by and get your tickets.
Opening our doors in 1999, Salina Surgical Hospital is now 20 years strong. From inpatient stays to outpatient procedures, Salina Surgical Hospital specializes in excellence in surgical services and digestive health care. It is the depth of experience and the abilities of the physicians and nurses at Salina Surgical Hospital that make it the ideal place for high-tech and high-touch to unite. Salina Surgical Hospital is proud to be partially physician-owned, serving Salina and its surrounding communities for 20 years.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
We all make plans for the future, but car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need, and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
Welcome back into the Mowry Clinic Sports Medicine radio booth. Tonight's game brought to you by Mowry Clinic Sports Medicine and Dr. Andrew Westbrook. Proudly supports our area student athletes. If you're injured, come see Dr. Westbrook at his sports injury walk-in clinic every Monday and Tuesday from 8 to 9 a.m. at Mowry Clinic, or call to make an appointment. He says, go Knights. And we're now at the halftime report brought to you by Salina Ortho and the Lady Knights. It's been all Sacred Heart in this one as they lead Minneapolis 37-18 at the intermission. Minneapolis being led in scoring by Miley McClure and Bailey Randall Hurt. They both finished the first half with 6 apiece. Riley Robertson coming in with 4 and rounding out the scoring for the Lady Lions. Berkeley Hessman, she finished with 2. The Lady Lions shot 4 for 6 from the free throw line and committed 13 turnovers to just 5 turnovers for the Lady Knights. The Lady Knights being led in scoring by Skylar Douglas. She finished the half with 12, all coming from the three-point line. Addie Lee with 11. Emmy Lee, the freshman, with 10. 3 out of the 5 starters for Sacred Heart, all in double digits so far in this one. But we can't forget Bryn Bouchard. She came in off the bench. She finished the half with 4. As the Lady Knights find themselves on top, 37-18 at the intermission. We'll take a break and be back with second half action brought to you by Mowry Clinic and Dr. Andrew Westbrook.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now, he's here to help you. Your home is out there. Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
Close your eyes. Now, imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community or the camaraderie at Southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now, open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
At Mowry Women's Clinic, we're here for women and what matters most to them. From understanding your monthly cycles to growing a family or navigating menopause and everything in between. Our experienced team of OBGYNs include Drs. Prendergast, Morgan, Ablard, Rosh, and Jones. Mowry Women's Clinic is located in Salina, and we invite you to come experience a team that values expertise, care, and compassion because you matter more at Mowry.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
Ready to take your nursing career to the next level? Memorial Health System in Abilene is hiring full-time registered nurses for their hospital emergency department, and they've got the perks to match. Sign-on bonuses, shift and weekend differentials, a child care stipend, and tuition reimbursement to keep you moving forward. Bring your skills where they'll make the biggest impact, right here in Abilene. Apply today at srhc.com. That's srhc.com to apply for this opening at Memorial Health System in Abilene, taking care of you so you can take care of others.
At Vernon Jewelers, we believe jewelry is more than just an accessory. It's an expression of who you are. It's also a piece of your life that can be passed down through the generations. That's why our expert team is here to listen, understand, and help you find that piece that speaks to your story. We're not just your local jeweler. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your partners in celebrating life's precious moments. Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina. In our 141st year, we are not old. We're just really good at what we do.
Lily Pad Septic, this is Callie, where we can get you a flush in a rush. How can we help you flush today?
Oh, it smells like something died out by my septic tank. It's bad.
Oh no, I know that smell you're talking about. Cole!
I smelt it from here.
Flush! The freakishly fast frog!
Welcome back into the Maury Clinic radio booth. I'm Noah Helgett. Brian Dennett behind the camera. Minneapolis starts things off. McClure steps a foot off the baseline and turns it over to start things off for Minneapolis. McClure knew she did it. Not happy with herself right in front of the Minneapolis crowd as Sacred Heart Neely turns it over. Skyler saves it. Richards feeds it down to Sharpton, back out. Richards has it right side, brings it back around. Abel pokes it out from Richards, steals it, and Minneapolis forcing a turnover. As Kozart gets it across, hands it off to Randall Hurt, loses the handle, can't get things rolling. Minneapolis has it back though, 25 seconds on the shot clock. McClure, top of the key, feeds it down to Robinson. Robinson taking it all the way. No foul. Last touch though by the Lady Knights. Minneapolis will inbound it underneath their basket. 7:23 in the third. No score. Both teams start off their own possession with a turnover. Kozart taking it to the cup and scoring to get things started for the Lady Lions in the third. Sierra Kozart getting her first bucket to go. Douglas wants a three, can't connect. Sharpton gets the rebound. And Abel nearly turning it over, forcing the turnover again. Sacred Heart there, though, to save it. Emmy drives it, stuck, takes it to the cup. Little 5-footer. Her shot off and gets the foul. As Addison Abel picks up her first personal, and the freshman Emmy Lee will go to the line. Averages 82% from the free throw line. Knocks down her first. Emmy with 11. She'll get a chance for one more. Her free throw up on the way, rattles out. Rebounded by Abel. Minneapolis taking it down the court quickly. Kozart gets it across the center line. Hands it off to Robinson, around to McClure. McClure feeds it down to Randall Hurt. Randall Hurt taking it all the way, and she does. Bailey gets the bucket to go, and she now has 8 and leads the way for Minneapolis. Emmy forces it down to Sharpton. Sharpton bounces it out. Douglas has it right side. Can't get anything to work. Emmy has it around to Nicole. Nicole, a left-hand three off. Rebounded by Addie. Let put back. Slow roll around the rim and gets it to go. Addie with the offensive board and the putback. Making it hard on Minneapolis to get it across the center line, and she does. Robinson kicks it off to Kozart. Randall Hurt gets the feed down low, gets the bucket to go. Another big shot by Randall Hurt from Minneapolis. Sacred Heart leading by 16. Emmy thinks about the three, kicks it off to Nicole, and a walk call on the left side by Nicole Richards. Sacred Heart turning it over for the second time in this second half. The Lady Lions will take over as Bryn Bouchard checks back in for Sacred Heart. Abel will kick it in at the Sacred Heart bench. Cozart gets the handle, drives it across the center line, moves it, nearly gets it poked away, gets out of it, kicks it off. Randall Hurt thinks about the three, drives. Abel, a three from the right side on the way, knocks it down from deep. Addison Abel on the board for the first time for Minneapolis. Minneapolis on a little run here to start the third. Emmy drives it, her jumper off, rebounded by Bailey for Minneapolis. Randall Hurt taking it down the court, kicks it off to Cozart. Minneapolis is outscored. Minneapolis so far in this quarter. Randall Hurt, a three from deep, looks good, knocks it down, and Coach Hines wanting a 30-second timeout. As Minneapolis on a 12-3 run to get the third quarter started. Not the quarter the Lady Knights wanted to start off with. Minneapolis, though, readapting, getting things to work, and lead in the third quarter, 12-3 so far. We've only seen one field goal made by Addie Lee and a free throw by Emmy. Just 3 points in this third quarter by Sacred Heart. The third quarter, though, for Minneapolis, Bailey Randall Hurt, red hot on fire. She has 13 on the game. 7 of those coming from this third quarter. Nicole Richards kicks it in far side to Addie Lee. Addie gets it across the center line. Emmy around to Douglas. Douglas, Richards has it. Her shots have not been good. She wants to keep it, though, and save it. No, she'll take a three on the way off the iron. Rebounded by Minneapolis. Randall Hurt takes it down the court. Kicks it off to Cozart. Cozart right wing, stuck. Randall Hurt sets the screen. Cozart rolls around, loses the handle. Addie there to poke it out. Emmy gets the feed down low, can't control it. Nice pass to Douglas, and Douglas gets it to the bucket. Skylar getting things rolling. She has 14. McClure gets it, has not past midcourt. Douglas pokes it out, hits the ground, kicks it to Richards, around to Emmy. Emmy drives, Addie a three, bingo! Just like that, the Lady Knights back on fire. And now Coach Brian Weatherman wanting a timeout, a change of events. Sacred Heart coming out not so hot. And they come out of Coach Hines' timeout, hitting a huge 3 buckets for Addie Lee. Addie now with 16 as the Lady Knights back up to a 15-point lead, 45-30. 4:02 left to go in the third, and we'll take a timeout and be back with the rest of this third, brought to you by Maori Clinic.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
Welcome back to the Maori Clinic in Dr. Andrew Westbrook radio booth. I'm Noah Helgett. Brian Dennett behind the camera. Dr. Andrew Westbrook proudly supports our area student athletes. If you're injured, come see Dr. Westbrook at his sports injury walking clinic every Monday and Thursday from 8 to 9 a.m. at Maori Clinic. Or call and make an appointment. Go Knights. 4:02 left to go in the third. Sacred Heart is on top 45-30. Minneapolis was on a huge run that was stopped by Sacred Heart, and Addie Lee hitting a huge three. as Parks checks in for the Lady Lions. Cozart has it. Right side stuck with it. Robinson sets the screen. Cozart kicks it off to Robinson. Robinson drives. Abel now with it. Cozart finds Robinson top of the key. Kicks it around to Parks. Abel top of the key. 3 up on the way. Off. Rebounded by Douglas for Sacred Heart. Douglas kicks it down the court to Addy. Addy left wing. Backs it up. Thinks about it. Kicks it around to Skylar. Skylar now to Nicole. Emmy wide open right side. 3 on the way. Bingo. Emmy knocks down another from deep. And now has 14. 48-30 the score. 3:08 left to go in the third. Cozart gets it across the line. Randall Hurt top of the key around to Abel. Abel stuck right side, been guarded well by Addy. Stuck with it, kicks it out to Parks. Parks top of the key, can't control it, gets it out, drives it, kicks it out to Abel. Abel thinks about the 3, takes it on inside for the jumper, off, rebounded by Eden. And Sacred Heart can't control it. Minneapolis gets another turnover on the Lady Knights.
Checking in for Minneapolis, number 14, McKenna Warlock.
As Parks will inbound it in front of the Minneapolis bench. Haley Parks, a 5'6" freshman coming off the bench for Coach Brian Weatherman. Warlock and Smith checks back in for Minneapolis as well. Robinson, free throw line, drives it inside. Smith loses the handle. Addy Lee gets it into the hands, steals it. Addy drives it down the court. Skylar a 3 from the left wing. Yes! Douglas knocks down her 5th 3 of the game. And the Lady Knights extend their lead 51-30 as Haley Parks drives it down an open lane, gets the bucket to go. Nice shot by the freshman. In the third, Sacred Heart in transition. Douglas taking it down the lane, straight to the cup and scoring. It's been all Skylar Douglas in 3 quarters as Skylar nearly steals it away. Steals it away from Parks, but last touched by Douglas. Minneapolis will inbound it on the far side of the court. Bailey Randall Hurt as well as Haley Nichols checking back in for Minneapolis. 1:55 left to go in the third. 53-32 the score. Parks will kick it into McClure. McClure kicks it around to Nichols. Warlock right side tries to feed it down to Bailey. Can't do it. Sacred Heart ready and pokes it out. Warlock will throw it in from Minneapolis' bench with 1:46 left to go in the third. Warlock scans, kicks it into Parks. Parks feeding it down to Randall Hurt. Randall Hurt taking it to the cup, draws a foul. And the junior will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. That foul called on Nicole Richards. Nicole, her third. As Bailey will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. A perfect 2 for 2 in the first quarter. Knocks down her first. And she'll go back to the line to shoot another. Randall Hurt, a 72% free throw shooter on the season, leads the way for the Lady Lions. Her free throw on the way, knocks it down, 4 for 4 from Bailey for Minneapolis from the free throw line. Addy takes it down the court for the Lady Knights. Emmy, open left-hand 3 on the way, knocks it down. Back-to-back threes for Emmy. And the Lady Knights continue their dominance from beyond the arc. Lions has the numbers. Randall Hurt taking it down the court, taking it right to the cup. Another basket by Bailey. A whistle blown. And a full timeout called by Coach Brian Weatherman, and we'll take a short break and be back with 1:17 left to go in the third, brought to you by Maori Clinic.
Lily Pad Septic.
Oh, hi. I've got a big night planned for Valentine's Day. Candles, dinner, string quartet, and I'm proposing.
Aw, that's amazing.
Yeah, unless this septic smell ruins it. There's a funk in the yard.
Ugh, you're right to call. Call.
I'm on it, Callie.
Flush the freakishly fast frog.
Hello, sir. Love is in the air, but so is sulfur.
I was gonna pop the question on Valentine's Day.
She'd remember it, but just not for the right reasons. I'll jump in and see what's going on.
Cole asked me out for the first time on Valentine's Day.
Well, I hope my proposal goes as well as Cole's did.
Your tank's full, sir, and your drain field's squishy. She deserves a sparkling ring and a clean tank. I've got to tell Callie.
Come home safe, Flush.
If you need a flush and a rush, call Lily Pat Septic.
LilyPatSeptic.com. Thank you both. Wish me luck.
Callie, give me a kiss.
So you can turn back into Cole?
Nope, because I love you.
Sacred Heart has it off the inbound with 1:10 left to go in the third. Sacred Heart on top by 20, 56-36. Skylar Douglas has it at the right side. She'll drive it down the lane, kicks it to Eden. Open shot down the lane, and Eden gets her first bucket to go in the third quarter. 55 seconds left, time rolling in the third. Doring checks back in for the Lady Lions. Loses the handle. Addie Lee there to steal it away. Crosses back the midcourt quickly. Addie kicks it off to Nicole. Nicole kicks it off to Skylar. Skylar around to Addie. Addie step back three from the right side and knocks it down. But a walk called in the transition for the shot. Sacred Heart turns it over for their fifth time. Coach Hines wanting some questions, didn't like it. A good call as Robinson throws it away into the hands of Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart will have things back. 34.5 seconds left to go in the third. 58-36 to score. Douglas kicks it in, backcourt to Addie. Addie hands it off. Tries to hand it off to Emmy. Emmy was not there, and it rolls out of bounds on Nicole. Sacred Heart with their sixth turnover of this third quarter. Minneapolis will have it back in the backcourt with 27 seconds left to go in the third. Cozart gets it in, rolls around Randall Hurt's screen. Randall Hurt has it at the logo. Dribbles, kicks it off into the right. Abel has it, right wing, brings it back around to Robinson. Robinson dribbles, drives, kicks it back out. 10 seconds left. Cozart top of the key, looking to move it. Abel trying to feed it down to Randall Hurt. Sharpton there to save it though. Randall with Hurt with the rebound, the putback off. And we'll go into the final quarter of play. The Lady Knights leading 58-36. We'll take a break and be back. Brought to you by Maury Clinic Sports Medicine.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey, Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Welcome back in. We got one more quarter of play from Minneapolis as the Lady Knights on top, 58-36. Douglas off the inbound, gets a three off, rebounded by Sharpton. Sharpton kicks it back out to Addie. Addie a three on the way, off, rebounded by McClure. In Minneapolis, we'll have it back to get things rolling. McClure feeds it down to Robinson. Robinson stuck, dribbles, takes it to the hoop, rebounded by Richards. Robinson shot off. Douglas has it right side, drives it inside, shot, hits, and Douglas gets things started in the fourth. As Minneapolis steals it and pokes it away by Skylar. Skylar forces the turnover. Addie has it, top of the key, 3 on the way, off the front iron. Rebound being battled for underneath. A jump ball, and the arrow will go to Minneapolis. 6:55 left to go. 60-36 to score. Aubrey Kendall checking in for Minneapolis. She'll take the ball down the court. Kicks it off to Warlock. Robinson around to Abel. 6:40 left to go. Kendall a 3 off the front iron. Gets her own rebound. Abel, the putback, the 3 on the way. Knocks it down from deep. Addison Abel now with 6 on the game. The Knights leading 60-39, 6:20 left to go in the game. Emmy, right side, takes it down the baseline, kicks it across the paint to Eden. Eden throws it up, shot off, and rebounded by Atlee Smith for the Lady Lions. Kendall takes it down, kicks it off to Warlock. Warlock taking it down the court and hits the bucket. McKenna Warlock getting her first bucket of the fourth. Emmy wants an answer, her 3 off. Smith with another rebound. She kicks it off to Aubrey Kendall for Minneapolis. Another 3 by Abel. Off the rebound. Robinson with the rebound, takes it back. Shot off. Rebounded by Eden. Eden with 6 rebounds. As Emmy tries to force it to Skylar, nearly poked out. Saves it though. Emmy, a right wing 3. Bang! The freshman now has 20. As the Lady Knights lead 63-41. Emmy Lee, her career high is 23 at Berean Academy. Just 3 away from that. Warlock drives, takes it to the cup, off. Smith with the rebound and the putback. Warlock gets it back and a foul called on Sacred Heart. Nicole Richards picks up her 4th. That foul called on the court as Bryn Bouchard will check back in for Nicole Richards. Kendall looks to kick it in for the Lady Lions. She kicks it in to Warlock. Warlock loses the handle, and Sacred Heart forces their second turnover in the 4th. Sacred Heart will take things over as Randall Hurt, Cozart, McClure, Doring, and Nichols all check back in for Minneapolis. 63-41 left. 5:05 left to go in the 4th. Addie kicks it off to Emmy. Emmy drives it around. Douglas has it right side. Emmy gets it back right side, drives it. A foul called on Minneapolis. Addison Doring picks up her 2nd. 4:51 left to go. The Lady Knights leading 63-41. Douglas will inbound it for Sacred Heart. Emmy drives it. Stock kicks it out to Bouchard. Bouchard loses the handle. Haley Nichols steals it away. Gets a hand on it. And a jump ball called. The arrow will stick with the Lady Knights. 4:43 left to go. Skylar looks to throw it in baseline, kicks it into Bouchard, around to Sharpton. Sharpton stuck top of the key, hands it off to Emmy. Emmy nearly losing the handle, gets it back. Addie looks from deep, keeps it, backs it up. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Addie drives it down, takes it to the cup and scores. Addie now with 18 as Coach Carl Hines wants a full timeout with 4:24 left to go. And we'll take a short break and be back. Brought to you by Maury Clinic.
Close your eyes. Now, imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community or the camaraderie at southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
At Maori Women's Clinic, we're here for women and what matters most to them, from understanding your monthly cycles to growing a family or navigating menopause and everything in between. Our experienced team of OBGYNs include Doctors Prendergast, Morgan, Ablard, Rosh, and Jones. Maori Women's Clinic is located in Salina, and we invite you to come experience a team that values expertise, care, and compassion, because you matter more at Maori.
Cozart inbounds it for Minneapolis. 4:20 left to go. Cozart left side brings it back around, hands it off to McClure, the left wing. McClure drives it down the baseline, shoots it over Lee. Her shot off, rebounded by Randall Hurt. Randall Hurt puts it back up and gets the bucket to go. Bailey now with 19 for Minneapolis. Emmy drives it around. Bonilla checks in. Bouchard has it left side, kicks it off to Addy. Addy backing it up. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Emmy has it right side. Bouchard moving it around. Bryn getting some good playing time as a freshman. She has 4 on the game as Addy driving it down, a whistle blown. And a foul called on the Lady Lions. Sierra Cozart charged with her 4th. As Lexi Feist will check in for the Lady Knights. Sacred Heart really not using much of a bench, which they haven't really all season, but utilizing it tonight, getting some girls some playing time. As Bouchard feeds it down to Emmy. Emmy drives it, trying to force it down to Eden. And Eden not ready for it, and Sacred Heart gets a turnover, their first of the 4th quarter. The Lady Knights leading 65-43, 3:20 left to go. Cozart drives it across the line, top of the key. Sacred Heart guarding man-to-man. Sharpton pokes it out of the hands of Randall Hurt, and it'll stick with Minneapolis. 3:09 left to go. 22 points separates the two teams. Cozart to inbound it underneath the baskets. Looks, scans, kicks it off to Bailey. Bailey shot off. Sharpton with the rebound. Emmy Lee hustling it down the court quickly. Kicks it to Bonilla. Bonilla taking it to the cup. And one for the senior coming off the bench. And all smiles for Holly being able to come in and get her first bucket of this 4th quarter. Nice shot by the senior as she'll go to the line to make this a 3-point opportunity. As Coach Weatherman subbing in another 5. Atlee Smith, Riley Robinson, Aubrey Kendall, Berkeley Hessman, and McKenna Warlock. Brooke Patterson will check in for the Lady Knights. Eden Sharpton taking a seat with 3:01 left to go in the 4th. The Lady Knights leading 67-43 as Bonilla will get a chance for a free throw. Off, rebounded by Robinson. Robinson kicks it off to Kendall for Minneapolis. Hessman has it, left side. Kicks it back to Robinson. Robinson loses the handle. Warlock saves it. Warlock throws up a little jumper and gets it to go for Minneapolis. McKenna now with 4. Bonilla kicks it off to Feist, top of the key. Feist kicks it back around to Emmy. Emmy driving, taking it to the cup, off the board, rebounded by Bryn. Bryn looking to put it back up, and she does, and is fouled by Robinson for Minneapolis. Bryn Bouchard getting her first rebound, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Just Robinson's first foul, Bouchard will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Misses her first. And she'll go back to the line to shoot another. As Bryn Bouchard, a 55.6% free throw shooter on the season. As Addison Abel will check back in for Minneapolis. Bouchard hitting 1 for 2 from the line. The freshman has 5. As Aubrey Kendall drives it down the court, kicks it off to Abel. Kendall gets it back baseline, drives it in. A whistle blown, and Kendall stepping out of bounds, being guarded by Bailey Holcomb. Holcomb getting the forced turnover on Minneapolis as Natalie Woodall will check in for the Lady Knights. Another freshman getting an opportunity from the bench as Bailey Holcomb will take it down the court for Sacred Heart. Drives, kicks it off to Feist. Feist feeds it down to Woodall. Lady Knights turning it over. Atlee Smith there to get the handle. Kendall around to Abel. Hessman, a 3 from the right side on the way, off. Gets her own rebound and kicks it off to Abel. Abel backing it up, kicking it off to Atlee Smith. Smith feeding it down to Robertson. Backdoor pass to Kendall. Kendall shot off the glass, no good. Kendall the putback and rebounded by Woodall. They travel on Holcomb. Sacred Heart turning it over just their 3rd time in the 4th quarter. As Saray Osherman will check in for the Lady Lions.
Number 14, McKenna Warlock.
Warlock will kick it in on the far side as Kaylee Webb will check in for Sacred Heart as well as to lay in. Coach Hines getting an opportunity to get some of the freshmen some playing time in a varsity contest. As Osherman has it top of the key for the Lady Lions, she'll kick it off to Warlock, left side. Kendall a 3 from the left side, off. Rebounded by Smith. Smith putting it back up and getting the bucket to go. Atlee scoreless so far. No more as she hits that bucket. Nice battle for the rebound. She has 5 rebounds. And she'll go to the line to shoot a free throw as Natalie Woodall charged with her first. Patterson checking back in for the Sacred Heart Knights.
Basketball dribble number 22, Natalie Smith.
Smith, her free throw on the way, off. Rebound by Tilley in. In, kicks it to Holcomb. Holcomb can't handle it on the pass down low. And the Knights, another turnover in the 4th. Kendall gets the inbound, 1:10 left to go. Hands it off to Atlee Smith, top of the key. Atlee waiting, hands it off to Saray Osherman. Osherman kicks it off to Warlock, sets the screen, kicks it back to Kendall. Kendall moving it around back to the left side. Osherman has the handle, kicks it off to Kendall, 50 seconds left. Warlock has it, drives it, and a travel called on McKenna with 45 seconds left to go. 68-47 the score. Sacred Heart will look good in this one, sweeping Minneapolis this season. Patterson has it for Sacred Heart. She'll kick it off the Webb. Holcomb getting the handle, kicking it over to Patterson. Patterson chucks up a 3, rattles out. Warlock with the rebound. Kendall has it on the left side, driving it. 20 seconds left to go. Smith feeds it down to Osherman. Osherman taking it to the hoop. And Saray Osherman coming off the bench, getting the bucket to go in the 4th. Nice shot selection by the junior in Saray as Tilley in will hold it. And Sacred Heart will be victorious in this one, 68-49. And we'll take a break and be back with the postgame show brought to you by Commercial Tire Center of Salina.
Opening our doors in 1999, Salina Surgical Hospital is now 20 years strong. From inpatient stays to outpatient procedures, Salina Surgical Hospital specializes in excellence in surgical services and digestive health care. It is the depth of experience and the abilities of the physicians and nurses at Salina Surgical Hospital that make it the ideal place for high-tech and high-touch to unite. Salina Surgical Hospital is proud to be partially physician-owned, serving Salina and its surrounding communities for 20 years.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Welcome back to the Maury Clinic radio booth. I'm Noah Helget, Brian Denna behind the camera as we are in our post-game show of the ladies' game, brought to you by Commercial Tire Center as Sacred Heart wins it and moves to 16-3 overall, 7-1 in league play. Minneapolis at an even 8-8 overall and dropped this one in league, moving to 4-5. The Lady Lions being led in scoring by Bailey Randall Hurt. She finished a strong game in the second half. She led the team with 19 tonight for Minneapolis. Addison Abel and Miley McClure both finished with 6 apiece. Riley Robinson and McKenna Warlock coming in with 4, and 4 different scorers coming off the bench. Cozart had 2. Berkeley Hessman had 2. Parks came in with 2, and Sheree Osterman finishing with 2. Minneapolis had 23 turnovers and shot 6 for 9 from the free throw line, dropping this one at home, 68-49. Sacred Heart was led in scoring by Skylar Douglas. She had 21 in the contest. Emmy Lee had 20. Addie Lee with 18. 3 out of the 5 starters for Sacred Heart nearly having 20 apiece. A phenomenal game by those starters indeed. Brenda Bouchard next. She had 5 as Eden Sharpton and Holly Bonilla both finished the contest with 2 as the Lady Knights win 68-49. Sacred Heart committed 15 turnovers and shot 5 for 8 from the free throw line. They moved to 16-3 overall, 7-1 in league play. As the Lady Knights look to take on Lions on Tuesday on the road. Just their one game of the week next week on Tuesday, as Sacred Heart will hit the road traveling to Lions to take on the Lady Lions. And off on Friday, we look to continue league play on a hot streak. They sit at 7-1, tied right now with Beloit for first place. Beloit taking on Phillipsburg tonight. As we were one game behind with Beloit. We're both tied up now. Beloit and Sacred Heart tied in league 7-1, but the Lady Knights having the tiebreaker, defeating Beloit on the road. That was a big game. The Lady Knights won that one 57-43 in that victory. And Sacred Heart now with the win tonight have the number 1 spot in the NCAA with a 68-49 victory. We'll take a break and be back with men's action, brought to you by Maury Clinic.
Opening our doors in 1999, Salina Surgical Hospital is now 20 years strong. From inpatient stays to outpatient procedures, Salina Surgical Hospital specializes in excellence in surgical services and digestive health care. It is the depth of experience and the abilities of the physicians and nurses at Salina Surgical Hospital that make it the ideal place for high-tech and high-touch to unite. Salina Surgical Hospital is proud to be partially physician-owned, serving Salina and its surrounding communities for 20 years.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
We all make plans for the future, but car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Hey, Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now, he's here to help you. Your home is out there. Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
Close your eyes. Now, imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community or the camaraderie at southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now, open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
At Maori Women's Clinic, we're here for women and what matters most to them. From understanding your monthly cycles to growing a family or navigating menopause and everything in between. Our experienced team of OBGYNs include Drs. Prendergast, Morgan, Ablard, Rosh, and Jones. Maori Women's Clinic is located in Salina, and we invite you to come experience a team that values expertise, care, and compassion because you matter more at Maori.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
Ready to take your nursing career to the next level? Memorial Health System in Abilene is hiring full-time registered nurses for their hospital emergency department, and they've got the perks to match. Sign-on bonuses, shift and weekend differentials, a child care stipend, and tuition reimbursement to keep you moving forward. Bring your skills where they'll make the biggest impact, right here in Abilene. Apply today at srhc.com. That's srhc.com to apply for this opening at Memorial Health System in Abilene, taking care of you so you can take care of others.
At Vernon Jewelers, we believe jewelry is more than just an accessory. It's an expression of who you are. It's also a piece of your life that can be passed down through the generations. That's why our expert team is here to listen, understand, and help you find that piece that speaks to your story. We're not just your local jeweler. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your partners in celebrating life's precious moments. Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina. In our 141st year, we are not old. We're just really good at what we do.
Lily Pad Septic, this is Callie, where we can get you a flush in a rush. How can we help you flush today?
Oh, it smells like something died out by my septic tank. It's bad.
Oh no, I know that smell you're talking about. Cole!
I smelt it from here.
Flush! The freakishly fast frog!
I'll follow the funk. It's not a dead animal, sir. It's your septic tank venting gases. Oof. She's full, real full.
That's the smell.
I've got to get back and tell Callie. Callie, he needs a pump out, quick.
Already got a pump truck rolling.
If you need a flush in a rush, call Lily Pad Septic.
We guarantee to inspect your septic issues within 24 hours.
Or you get a free septic tank pump out worth $399.
Lily Pad Septic.
We'll be there in a splash.
Callie, quick, kiss me. That stink stuck to my skin.
I don't know if I can.
Oh, good. I can smell other things again.
years in 1999, Salina Surgical Hospital is now 20 years strong. From inpatient stays to outpatient procedures, Salina Surgical Hospital specializes in excellence in surgical services and digestive health care. It is the depth of experience and the abilities of the physicians and nurses at Salina Surgical Hospital that make it the ideal place for high-tech and high-touch to unite. Salina Surgical Hospital is proud to be partially physician-owned, serving Salina and its surrounding communities for 20 years.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
We all make plans for the future, but car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back into the Maury Clinic radio booth. I'm Noah Helgett. Brian Dennett behind the camera. Tonight's men's action brought to you by Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, and Dr. Andrew Westbrook proudly supports our area student athletes. If you're injured, come see Dr. Westbrook. That is Sports Injury Walk-In Clinic every Monday and Thursday from 8 to 9 a.m. at Maury Clinic. Or call to make an appointment. He says, go Knights. For the second game tonight, the number 3 ranked Class 2A Sacred Heart Knights sitting at 16-2 overall, a perfect 7-0 in league play, taking on Minneapolis on the road. Minneapolis coming into this one 4-11 overall, 3-5 in league play on a 2-game win streak, beating Lions 55-52. And after that, Hillsboro a week ago from today They beat Hillsboro 59-36 here from Minneapolis. Around the league is Sacred Heart sitting on top at a perfect 7-0 in league. Beloit behind them at 7-1. And a huge jump from second to third. As Republic County 4-5 in league. Southeast of Saline 4-6. Minneapolis 3-5. Ellsworth 2-6. And Lyons 2-6. Minneapolis still has Southeast of Saline and Ellsworth to go. Very, very capable of finishing third place in league this year. League games tonight. Beloit hosting at Phillipsburg. Sacred Heart here at Minneapolis. Republic County hosting Lyons at home. We'll look for area score updates brought to you by the Salina Ortho. Minneapolis under the direction of first head coach Trent Brubaker. Brubaker starting a 6'1" senior in Grant Rice. He averages 3.7 points, 2.6 rebounds, and 0.9 assists on the season. Owen Just, a 6' senior, leads the way on points, rebounds, and assists. He averages 14.6 points, 6.3 rebounds, and 2.0 assists on the season. Tanner Norris, a 6'1" senior, averages 8.1 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 1.4 assists on the season. Max Helgett, a 5'11" junior, averages 2.7 points, 1.3 rebounds, and 0.9 assists on the season. And rounding out the starting lineup from Minneapolis, a 6' junior, Kingston Darnay, averages 5.7 points, 6.3 rebounds, and 0.9 assists on the season. A huge rebounder for Minneapolis underneath the basket, but we can't talk about the two on both sides of the court. Owen Just hit 1,000 points against Hillsboro. He's been a huge shooter for Minneapolis and one of the better shooters in the NCAA league. Will Tuttle on the other side of the court, he just hit 1,000. He hit his last game against Southeast of Saline in the 58-38 defeat. A huge milestone for both guys on each side of the court. We'll take a break and be back with the starting lineups for Sacred Heart after this, brought to you by Maori Clinic Sports Medicine.
Opening our doors in 1999, Salina Surgical Hospital is now 20 years strong. From inpatient stays to outpatient procedures, Salina Surgical Hospital specializes in excellence in surgical services and digestive health care. It is the depth of experience and the abilities of the physicians and nurses at Salina Surgical Hospital that make it the ideal place for high-tech and high-touch to unite. Salina Surgical Hospital is proud to be partially physician-owned, serving Salina and its surrounding communities for 20 years.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
We all make plans for the future, but car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
Welcome back into the Bowery Clinic Sports Medicine Radio booth. I'm Noah Helgett. Brian Dennett behind the camera. Tonight's game brought to you by Bowery Clinic Sports Medicine and Dr. Andrew Westbrook. He proudly supports our area student athletes. If you're injured, come see Dr. Westbrook at his sports injury walking clinic every Monday and Thursday from 8 to 9 a.m. at Bowery Clinic. Or call to make an appointment and go Knights. I'm Noah Helgett. Brian Dennett behind the camera as we are locked in for the final game of the night. As the number 3 Class 2A ranked Sacred Heart Knights coming into this one, the 16-2, overall 7-0 in league play. Minneapolis coming into this one 4-11 overall, 3-5 in league play. Coach Trent Brubaker under his first year. He'll start Grant Rice. Owen hitting 1,000 points against Hillsboro. The 6'1" senior in Tanner Norris, the 5'11" junior in Max Helgett, and rounding out the starting lineups for Minneapolis, the 6' junior in Kingston, Darren. Now for Sacred Heart, Brian Gormley in his 15th season. He'll start and stick with the same starting 5. Noah Hines, he averages 11.3 points, 3.8 rebounds, and leads the team in assists with 3.1 on the season. Luke Cohen, a 5'8" senior, averages 6.4 points, 2.4 rebounds, and 2 assists on the season. Will Tuttle hitting 1,000 points against Southeast of Saline. He leads the team in points and rebounds. He leads with 16.3 points, 5.8 rebounds, and 2 assists on the season. Maddox Wells getting his 18th start on the season. He averages 8 points and 2.3 rebounds. And Ben Disberger getting his 12th start of the season. He averages 4.4 points, 4.8 rebounds, and 0.5 assists on the season. The Knights hit 60.9 points per game and allow opponents to just 43.2. Minneapolis, on the other hand, averages 40 on the season. Minneapolis on a 2-game win streak. Sacred Heart only on a 1-game win streak, coming off a 56-49 loss in the third-place game at the Trojan Classic against Holcomb. Sacred Heart, though, bounced back against Southeast of Saline, beating them 58-38. In men's action, we'll get started as Darrenay and Disberger at the center line to jump. Minneapolis in their home whites, Sacred Heart in their away navies as Hines gets the tip, drives it down. Wells hustling it across. Colin, right wing 3 to get things started off. Wells with the rebound, and the Knights get it back to get things rolling. Disberger has it left side, brings it back out, kicks it into Colin. Colin drives, kicks it to Hines. Hines puts up the 3, but a whistle blown, and a quick foul called on Minneapolis. Grant Rice picking up his first personal. Luke Colin, baseline, looks to kick it in, kicks it into Tuttle. Tuttle taking it to the cup. Shot off, Disberger with the rebound, and Disberger with the putback. Ben getting on the board early. He had a pretty good game against Southeast of Saline underneath the basket, winning the rebound battle with Jacobson. And Rice kicks it off to Helgett. Helgett bringing it back around, top of the key, kicks it over to Darrenay. Darnay feeds it down to Norris. Norris can't get it. Hines steals it away, kicks it down transition-wise. Wells kicks it to Colon, around to Tuttle. Tuttle for three, off, and rebounded by Owen Just for Minneapolis. Just gets it across the center line, kicks it off to Max. Max around to Grant Rice. Norris, top of the key, moves it inside. Hands it back off to Helgett. Kicks it off to the right. Grant Rice with it now. Rice feeding it down to Darnay. Darnay under the basket, dribbles it back out. Shot nearly blocked. But a foul called on Will. Will came flying in to try and block it, but is charged with the foul. That foul called on the court. Tuttle's first personal. Grant Rice will kick it in on the baseline for Minneapolis. Tuttle tips it, just saves it. Norris kicks it around to Helgett. Grant Rice, left wing. Dribbles it inside, kicks it off to Darnay. Darnay off to Just left side. Looking for Norris, down low, can't. Helgett a three from the right side, off the iron. Disberger with the rebound. Hines will drive it, kicks it off to Wells, right side. Wells feeds it down to Disberger. Disberger stuck with it. Tries to kick it over to Cohen on the far baseline. Norris there to steal it away and force the first turnover on the Knights. Just quick, shifty. Drives it inside, kicks it back out to Rice. Around to Darnay. Darnay around to Helgett. Rice drives it in at the free throw line. Takes it, kicks it back out to Just feeding it down to Norris. Norris wanting to take it to the hoop. He does. And is fouled by Ben Disberger. Ben picking up his first. And Tanner Norris, the 6'1 senior, will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. A free throw shooter and averages 55% from the free throw line. Will get a chance at the line. Player for Coach Brubaker, he averages 8.1 points on the season. Norris misses his first opportunity. He'll get one more chance to put the Lions on the board. Hits that one. Knights lead 2-1. 5:40 left to go in the first. Wells has that at the top of the key. He loses his footing, loses the ball, and tipped out on Minneapolis. The Knights will inbound on the far side of the court. 5:34 left to go in the first. 2-1 the score. Hines gets the inbound, kicks it around to Wells. Wells back to Hines. Hines the left three on the way. Off and rebounded by Owen for Minneapolis. Just takes it to left side. Takes down the baseline. Jumper up on the way. Off. Rebounded. Battled for. And Hines gets the rebound. Hines kicks it to Wells. Wells taking it. Shot off the glass. Norris with the rebound for Minneapolis. And a couple quick shots for the Knights not going. Minneapolis there to win on the rebound battle. Norris has it on the right wing. Brings it back around, holds it, kicks it off to Darnay, the high post. Just a shot inside the three-point line, off. Noah there to rebound it again for Sacred Heart. Wells gets it down the court, left side, kicks it over to Tuttle. Tuttle post up on Just. And a travel called as Tuttle tries to shoot around it. And Sacred Heart with their second turnover as Dominic Matucci will check back in for the Knights.
Checking in for Sacred Heart, number 14.
As well as Kenyon Darnay. He'll check in for Minneapolis. A 6'2 freshman that averages 3.3 points, 1.4 rebounds, and 0.7 assists on the season. The freshman coming off the bench for Coach Brubaker. Just gets the inbound. Being guarded well, Just turns around off Wells, hustles it across. Quick hustle by Just. Helgett has it left wing. Norris stuck with it, top of the key. 4:20 left to go in the first. Norris feeds it down to Darnay. Darnay backs it up, back up to Kenyon. Kingston and Kenyon both on the floor for the Lions. Both brothers. Helgett drives, takes it to the cup. His shot off. And Matucci with the rebound for the Knights. Tuttle jacks up a three from deep. Off the iron. Rebounded by Darnay for Minneapolis. Disberger set to check back in for the Knights. Low scoring first quarter. Helget has the top of the key, kicks it over. Just drive, double team, shoots it over. Tuttle gets the rebound for the Knights. Colin driving it down, has the numbers, and is fouled. Going up on the shot, Kenyon Darnay picked up his first. As Luke Colin, the senior, will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws and get some points on the board for the Knights. As Brecken Weatherman set to check in for Minneapolis. Luke Colin, a 64.7% free throw shooter on the season, misses his first. We'll get one more from the line. 3:36 left to go in the first. 2-1 the score. Disberger, Hines, Colin, Wells, and Matucci all on the floor for the Knights. Colin's second on the way, knocks it down as he has one. Weatherman will get the inbound for the Lions. Helget has it, gets it across the center line, feeds it off to Norris. Norris backs up. Colin pokes it and steals it out of the hands of Norris. Minneapolis with their second turnover. Hines gets the double team, gets it out. Matucci drives it, kicks it out to Colin. Far left three on the way, off. Rebound being battled for. Dominic hustling in and saving it. Hines has it at the top. Drives it in. Matucci a three. Yes! Dom knocks it down from deep, and he continues from what he did on Tuesday against Southeast of Salina. He had 19 in that contest. 4 3-pointers for Matucci, as his first bucket tonight is from deep, as the Knights now lead by 5, 6-1. 2:45 left to go in the first. Just turnaround jumper off, rebounded by Hines, and the Knights hustling down in transition. Matucci driving, taking it to the cup, takes the shot. Shot rolls off, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 as Minneapolis gets the foul. Tanner Norris picks up his first. And Matucci will go to the line to shoot 2. Dom is 61.5% free throw shooter on the season. Will get 2 chances and lead the team in scoring tonight so far as he misses his first. They'll get one more as Colton Sprague will check in for the Knights. Rice checking back in for the Lions. Matucci, his second free throw on the way, knocks it down. Dom now with 4 for the Knights. Grant Rice gets the inbound from Minneapolis. He kicks it off to Kingston. Kingston takes it off to the right. Brecken Weatherman now with it. Brecken kicks it around to Rice. Rice feeding a backdoor pass to Weatherman. Weatherman's shot nowhere near it. Gets his own rebound. And Darnay taking it to the cup. Kingston getting his first bucket to go. And Coach Gormley wanting a timeout. 2:14 left to go in the first quarter. Sacred Heart leading is 7-3. And we'll keep it here to thank some of our sponsors. The Messenger Total Promotions is the official apparel provider for the Salina Post sports team. See them in downtown Salina for local high school swag like hoodies, t-shirts, hats, and more. They can custom make anything and also have school items for your car. Messenger Total Promotions in downtown Salina, Minneapolis, and Junction City. You're watching courtesy of Kansas Bankers Technologies, your trusted partner in bank-focused IT strategy and compliance. 2:14 left to go in the first. The Knights on top by 4, 7-3. Coach Gormley wanting a timeout. Off the nice shot by Kingston Darnay. Dom will kick it in to Maddox. Maddox calling out the play from the backcourt. He crosses the center line. Kicks it off to Dom. Dom around to Hines. Sprague kicks it back to Matucci. Matucci, a deep 3 from the right. Bang, knocks it down. Dom having quite the week as he now sits with 7 as the Knights lead by 7, 10-3. Just gets it across the court off the screen by Darnay. Kingston brings it off, hands it off to Kenyon. Grant Rice now with it. Brecken Weatherman, top of the key. Kicks it back around to Just. Just around to Weatherman. Weatherman a 3 on the way. Rattles out. Wells will rebound it for Sacred Heart. Maddox gets it across the center line. Drives it inside. Backs it up into the right. Matucci with 7. He has it on the left side. Sprague thinks about the 3, kicks it off to Hines. Hines dribbles, kicks it to Disberger. Disberger backing up and just letting the ball roll out. His last touch on Minneapolis. The Knights will have it back. Tanner Norris and Max Helget checking back in for Minneapolis. Will Tuttle will check back in for Sacred Heart. Matucci inbounds it, kicks it off to Hines. Hines backs it back around. Sprague a 3 over Rice, rattles out. Helget with the rebound for Minneapolis. He'll kick it off to Norris. Norris post up on Sprague, stuck with it, kicks it back over to Helget. Helget drives it baseline, stuck with it, can't find somebody, throws it back in to Grant Rice. Grant resets things, sets the screen, hands it off to Just a jumper off. Tuttle with the rebound for the Knights. Dom taking it down the court, driving. They charge on Dominic Matucci. Dom's first foul. Dom taking it all the way, kind of lowering his shoulder a little bit there and picking up the charging foul on Minneapolis as Ben Mars will check in for the first time tonight. Luke Cohen checking back in for Will Tuttle. Hines, Sprague, Mars, Matucci, and Cohen all on the floor for the Knights. 30 seconds left to go in the first. Helget hands it off to Just. The Knights leading by 7, 10-3. Just kicks it off to Norris. Norris turns around, kicks it off to Rice. Rice a 3 from the left side, off. Hines with the rebound. Hines kicks it off to Cohen. Matucci down the floor. Cohen top of the key around to Noah. Noah drives it in. Little jumper in front of the free throw line, off. And rebounded by Owen for Minneapolis. 4 seconds. Helget, 3 from the left side, up on the way. Off. Darnay with the rebound and the putback. Great shot by the junior in Kingston, getting the rebound, the putback, and the score. As the Knights just lead by 5, 10-5 at the intermission of the first quarter. We'll go into the second, leading by 5. We'll take a break and be back.
Lily Pad Septic.
Oh, hi. I've got a big night planned for Valentine's Day. Candles, dinner, string quartet, and I'm proposing.
Aw, that's amazing.
Yeah, unless this septic smell ruins it. There's a funk in the yard.
Ugh, you're right to call. Cole!
I'm on it, Callie.
The freakishly fast frog!
Hello, sir. Love is in the air, but so is sulfur.
I was going to pop the question on Valentine's Day.
She'd remember it, but just not for the right reasons. I'll jump in and see what's going on.
Cole asked me out for the first time on Valentine's Day.
Well, I hope my proposal goes as well as Cole's did.
Your tank's full, sir, and your drain field's squishy. She deserves a sparkling ring and a clean tank. I've got to tell Callie.
Come home safe, Flush.
If you need a flush and a rush, call Lily Pad Septic.
LilyPadSeptic.com.
Thank you both. Wish me luck.
Callie, give me a kiss.
So you can turn back into Cole?
Nope, because I love you.
Minneapolis will start off with it to start the second. Grant Rice kicks it in to Owen Just. Grant Rice gets it back on the right side, kicks it up top of the key to Owen Just. Owen a 3 on the way to get things started. Owen scoreless in the first, gets the bucket to go in the second. As the Knights find themselves just up by 2, 10-8 in a close one with Minneapolis. Cohen drives it, kicks it off to Hines. Tuttle drives it inside, loses the handle. Minneapolis with the steal. Norris drives it, kicks it off to Darnay. Darnay gets the bucket to go. And it's all tied up 10-10. Minneapolis playing tight with Sacred Heart in this one. Matucci wants an answer from the right with a 3. Rattles off. Norris with the rebound for the Lions. And a foul called on Sacred Heart. Ben Mars picks up his first. Helget will throw it in for the Lions. 7:02 left to go in the first half. 10-10 the score. Helget gets it back. A slow start for Sacred Heart. Helget drives it off, kicks it to Rice, far right side. Rice kicks it over to Just. Just waiting to get figured out, throws it down to Darnay, but Tuttle there to steal it and force the first turnover. As Maddox gets the answer to go off the start. And Sacred Heart on the board for the first time in the second quarter. Norris gets it stolen away by Wells. Wells kicks it down to Matucci. Matucci over the lane. Tuttle, a three from the left. Short. Rebounded by Darnay for Minneapolis. Rice on the right side kicks it off to Kingston. Tanner looks back at coach, waits for the play call. Kicks it off to Helget. Helget bringing it back around to the top. 5:55 left to go in the first half. 12-10 the score. Sacred Heart on top. Darnay looking to get it off. He does. Kicks it off to Norris. Kingston thinks about the three. Throws it down to Just. Just his shot short. Gets a rebound out of the deal. 2 putbacks. No shot. Sacred Heart looks to answer. Colin thinks about the three. Keeps it. Drives it. Throws it across. Matucci thinks about the three. Drives it in. Wells. A three from the right side, off. Colin with the rebound. Wells driving it back down off the glass, no shot. Darnay steals it away with the rebound. Just has it, taking it down the court. Norris, left side, gets it poked away. Has to go back into the backcourt to save it. He does. 5 minutes left to go in the first half. Score has not changed, 12-10. Helget has it on the right side. Stuck with it. Kicks it down to Darnay. Darnay post up over Mars. One-handed jumper off. Rebounded by Tuttle. Colin gets the ball down the court. Sticks it into the right side. Kicks it off to Dom. Dom drives. Kicks it to Tuttle. Around to Wells. Wells thinks about driving. He does. Takes it in. Loses the handle. Gets it back. Mars a jumper on the way. Yes! Ben coming off the bench getting the little far side jumper to go, and Coach Trent Brubaker wanting a 30-second timeout as the Knights find themselves back on top by 4, 14-10. A little over 4.5 left to go in the first half.
Timeout, Minneapolis. It'll be a 30-second timeout.
We'd like to thank some of our sponsors. Sage Products of Salina is your supplier of janitorial products for your business or home, from paper towels to soap and items from ceiling to floor. You can see products from Sage. You can get the same home field advantage at your home or office by visiting sageselects.com. This broadcast is presented in part by Kansas Bankers Technologies, aligning technology, compliance, and community banking. Tuttle, Colin, Matucci, Wells, and Disberger will walk back on the court for the Knights. Kingston Darnay, Kenyon Darnay, Tanner Norris, Brecken Weatherman, and Max Helget all back on the court for Minneapolis. Kenyon gets it down the court, crosses mid-court, has it on the left side, kicks it off to Kingston. Weatherman back around to Kenyon. Kenyon stuck with it, left wing, kicks it off to Helget. Helget feeds it down to Kingston, back out to Norris. Minneapolis moving the ball well and quickly. Norris stuck with it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Weatherman drives it down the baseline, kicks it back out. And last touched by Sacred Heart. Minneapolis will inbound it. Weatherman to throw it in with 7 seconds on the shot clock. A quick shot for Minneapolis. Weatherman looks to get it in, gets it off to Darnay, and a 5 seconds called on the inbound. Minneapolis turning it over for the third time in the second. Sacred Heart looks to extend with 4 minutes left to go in the first half. Wells gets it across the center line. Walking it up to the center, kicks it off to Tuttle. Tuttle turn around, drives, jumper from the three-point line off. Wells gets it back. Disberger, though, with the rebound. Colin drives it in, kicks it back off to Maddox. Maddox loses his footing. Norris nearly pokes it out by the Lions, but Tuttle there to save it. Colin drives it in. Matucci, a three from the left. Boom! Dom knocking it down again. And the junior now has 10 as the Knights now lead by 7, 17-10. Helgett kicks it off to Kenyon. Kenyon Darnay at the free throw line, stuck, kicks it back off to Norris. Norris around to Weatherman. Weatherman trying to feed it. Kenyon Darnay has it. Turnaround, stuck, nearly losing it, holds it. Weatherman comes and saves him. Weatherman gets it poked out by Wells. Minneapolis will have it back with 3:02 left to go. As Owen Just will check back in for Minneapolis. Noah Hines checking back in for the Knights. (17-10) the score. 3 minutes left to go in the first half. Kenyon Darnay feeds it down to Kingston. Kingston loses the handle, hustles to save it. And last touched by Kingston. Minneapolis turning it over for the 4th time in the second as the Knights look to take it down the court. 2:50 left to go in the first half. Maddox hustles it down the center of the lane, feeds it to Disberger. Nice pass down the lane to Ben. Ben gets the bucket to go. And the Knights trying to push it a little farther away. The Knights leading by 9, 19-10. 2:43 left to go in the first half. We'll take a break and be back. Brought to you by Maury Clinic.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
Welcome back in the Maury Clinic radio booth. I'm Noah Helgett. Brian Dennett behind the camera. As the Knights find themselves in a tight defensive battle in the first half. The Knights just leading by 9. 2:43 left to go in the first half. Kenyon Darnay gets the inbound, kicks it back off to Owen Just. Darnay gets it back. Looks to scan, kicks it off to Weatherman. Weatherman at the top of the key, moving quickly, kicks it back off to Kenyon. Kenyon drives baseline, tries to kick it out. The Knights hustling in to save it. Matucci gets the pass by Tuttle. Tuttle throwing it down to Disberger. Disberger underneath, stuck with it, kicks it back out. Hines drives it in, takes the one-handed shot. Foul going up, but it looked like he was passing it down to Disberger. No shot. Foul was called on the floor as Tanner Norris charged with his second, as Grant Rice and Max Helgett will both check back in for the Lions. 2:08 left to go in the first half. Matucci kicks it into Disberger at the top. Dom gets it back, moves it around, kicks it back off to Maddox. Maddox dribbles quickly, hands it off to Hines. Hines a three from the right side. Looked good, but off. Disberger battling forth, getting it back in, and loses the handle underneath the basket. The Knights will turn it over for the 4th time in the first half, as Darnay will check back in. Just kicks it into Kingston. Kingston stuck, kicks it back off to Owen. Minute 48 left to go in the first half, 19-10. Grant Rice has it, kicks it back off to Owen. Owen loses the handle, drives it in, little jumper, goes. What a shot by Owen. Owen now with 5. 19-12 the score. Hines drives it inside, takes it, shot blocked. Shot blocked and a shot foul called on Kenyon Darnay. Kenyon picking up his second, as Noah Hines will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Hines, a 76.3% free throw shooter on the season, will go to the line. Scoreless so far. He has one. He goes 1 for 2 so far, has one more chance, as Brecken Weatherman checks back in for the Lions. Kenyon Darnay taking a seat with 2 fouls for Minneapolis. Hines misses the second, rebound by Grant Rice. Weatherman kicks it off to Helgett, left side, 1:20 left to go in the first half. 20-12 the score. Rice loses the handle, just there to save it. Helgett kicks it off to Weatherman, right side. Just has it back. Just being held just to 5 so far. Weatherman kicks back off to Helgett. Helgett a 3 from the top, rattles out. Hines with the rebound. Noah moving it down the court quickly, hands it off to Wells. Wells drives it, loses the handle. Minneapolis steals it away. Darnay takes it down the court. Rice trying to kick it to Weatherman. Weatherman goes inside the lane to move around the backside. Grant passes it to nobody as Weatherman there. Looked like it was supposed to go to Weatherman. Minneapolis will turn it over for the 6th time in the second quarter. Sacred Heart has the ball. 43 seconds on the game clock. Matucci a 3 on the way. Boom! Looked smooth. Dom with his 4th 3-pointer of the half. He now sits with 13 as Brecken called with a travel, getting it past midcourt. And the Knights finishing the half the way they wanted to. 23-12 the score. Minneapolis turns it over. The Knights have it. 28 seconds on the game clock. New shot clock. Shot clock has been turned off. Wells will hold it for the last shot. Will they give it into the hands of Dom? Dom has had a magnificent couple games. Dom has it, drives baseline, kicks it back out to Wells. Wells' 3 blocked by Darnay. 4 seconds, Wells gets it back. Wells kicks it off. And a double dribble called on Wells. Not the way and shot they wanted to end the half with. Just throwing it off the inbound, bounces off the glass, and Sacred Heart will go into intermission. Just up by 11, 23-12. Minneapolis only being held to 7 second quarter points. We'll take a break and be back with the halftime report brought to you by Salina Ortho.
Opening our doors in 1999, Salina Surgical Hospital is now 20 years strong. From inpatient stays to outpatient procedures, Salina Surgical Hospital specializes in excellence in surgical services and digestive health care. It is the depth of experience and the abilities of the physicians and nurses at Salina Surgical Hospital that make it the ideal place for high-tech and high-touch to unite. Salina Surgical Hospital is proud to be partially physician-owned, serving Salina and its surrounding communities for 20 years.
Welcome back into the Salina Mowry Clinic Sports Medicine Radio booth. I'm Noah Helgett, and we are in our Salina Ortho halftime report as Sacred Heart leads Minneapolis 23-12. Minneapolis led in scoring by Kingston Darnay. He finished the first half with 6. Owen Just with 5, and Tanner Norris with 1. The Lions committed 9 turnovers and shot 1 for 2 from the free throw line. The Knights led in scoring by Dominic Matucci. He finished the first half with 13. Ben Disberger with 4. Maddox Wells and Ben Mars both with 2. Noah Hines and Luke Cohen both hitting just 1 free throw. They both finished with 1. The Knights committed 6 turnovers and lead 23-12 at the intermission. We'll take a short break and be back with an interview by Coach Carl Hines.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire-related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Welcome back into the Salina Ortho halftime report. The men leading Minneapolis 23-12. We're joined alongside Coach Carl Hines of the Lady Knights team. Coach, moving to 16-3 overall, 7-1 in league play, and now officially have first place in NCAA. We're catching up with Beloit, as Beloit is playing Phillipsburg tonight, a non-league contest on their side of things. But you know, we talked a little bit, and it's been a grind for these ladies. but they have performed and looked better each and every game. And tonight, you had 3 out of the 5 starters, 2 of them 20 points plus.
Right.
Addie almost there.
Yeah.
Skylar led the way again with 21. Just talk about the resilience and the toughness of this group. The 5 starters playing most of this game again. Holly and Bryn getting some playing time.
Correct.
Bryn, though, man, she had 4, and she was battling with Bailey underneath from Minneapolis. And that was cool to see Bryn getting in, battling with somebody like Bailey Randall Hurt from Minneapolis, battling underneath and getting the rebound.
Yeah, no, and we're getting more and more comfortable with Bryn. She does everything the right way, and she's very coachable. And Eden got into a little bit of foul trouble, and we went right to Bryn. And like you said, she met her physicality. I think she did a good job of trying to keep her going left. And we tried to limit her, but she's a load. I mean, Bailey Randall Hurt is good. She's going to be physical. I thought we scored the ball really well tonight. I thought we shot it well. We are resilient. It's been a month.
It's been a lot of games, a lot of stuff, a lot of tough games too.
Yes.
I look back at the Trojan Classic. We're past it, and I want to move on.
Yep.
But man, the way this month has went, starting with Minneapolis at home, and from now, just the way this team has progressed.
Right, and we've gotten tougher. Our IQ's gone up. We've threw some new entries into our offense, and we're shooting it and getting downhill. Offensively, I think, we're one of the best in the state. I mean, we've got some girls that can score the basketball. We space the court well. We do a lot of things really well on the offensive end. And defensively, we probably caused close to 20 turnovers. I thought we were a step slower tonight, and it was just kind of that exhale. We've played a lot of games this month, and that's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. But we've played a lot of good games.
A lot of good teams and a lot of good tests for these girls.
Yep.
And moving into the biggest and most important part of the season, we move on. Sitting good in league right now. We move on to Tuesday, take on Lions on the road. Take a little break, and then that following week, 3 games in that week, 3 huge league matchups.
Correct. We get Lions Tuesday. We'll get a weekend to rest, a normal weekend to rest, and it'll be a little bit back to normal.
Yep.
We'll go to Lions, and then we'll have that week off, so to speak, come back and get Beloit at home, and that's a big one. Listen, they're all big. League games are all big.
Absolutely.
Like you said, we're 7-1. I feel like we kind of shut the door a little bit on Southeast Tuesday night, but we've got to get by Ellsworth and Lions certainly, and Beloit, and then Repco again.
Yep, so I look forward to it, Coach. A big road to the end of the season, though we finished tonight 68-49 with a big win and moved to 7-1 overall in league play. Coach, thanks for the interview. Good luck on Tuesday at Lions.
Thank you.
With that, we'll take a short break and be back with men's action brought to you by Salina Regional Sports Medicine.
We all make plans for the future, but car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now, he's here to help you. Your home is out there. Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
Welcome back into the Maury Clinic radio booth. I'm Noah Helgett. Brian Dennett behind the camera. Maury Clinic, tonight's sponsor of the live stream on Salina Post and Eagle Communications. The Knights on top, starting the third, 23-12. Though has not been an easy road to leading just by 11. Sacred Heart has led most of the first half, but Minneapolis staying close and trying to battle as Wells, though, gets things rolling with a jumper coming off the inbound at midcourt. Maddox has 4 as the Knights get things rolling. Norris taking it down low, stuck, kicks it out to Grant. Grant feeds it down to Kingston, back out to Owen. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Shot clock rolling. Helgett has it right side. Looks, kicks it back down to Kingston. Kingston drives it down baseline, reverse shot off. Disberger with the rebound. Dom will take it down the court. Will has it, top of the key. Drives it inside, kicks it back out to Maddox. Maddox drives it inside, stuck. Dom has it, around to Luke. Disberger gets a feed, struggling with it. And they travel underneath the basket. Good call underneath. Dom gets it down from the right side. Walks with it underneath to take the shot. And the Knights have their first turnover of the second half. Helgett kicks it off to Darren. Helgett gets it back on the left side. Lions moving quickly. Norris kicks it back off to Grant Rice. Helgett top of the key around to Owen. Owen drives it inside over Wells. Tuttle trying to poke it out. Norris gets the feed underneath. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Rice will throw up a 3. Off. And it'll roll out on the Lions. Sacred Heart will take things over. 6:37 left to go in the third. 25-12 to score. Maddox, top of the key, drives it, kicks it off to Dom. Dom thinks about the 3. Helgett there to save it, though. Wells a 3. Off and rebounded by Grant for Minneapolis. Grant gets it down, kicks it off to Darren. Kingston thinks about the 3. No, foot was on the line. It was a 2. No good, though. Rebounded by Coland. Coland kicks it off to Wells. Disberger gets the feed. Yes, sir. Coland. Nice feed down to Disberger. Disberger getting the shot to go. And a timeout 30-second timeout called by Coach Trent Brubaker. And we'll keep it here to thank some of our sponsors tonight. Our game sponsor, Maori Clinic Sports Medicine, Dr. Andrew Westbrook. He proudly supports our area student athletes. If you're injured, come see Dr. Westbrook at his sports injury walking clinic every Monday and Thursday from 8 to 9 a.m. at Maori Clinic. We'll call to make an appointment. Go Knights. Salina Regional Health Center is hiring. See all their open positions and start your new career today with Salina Regional by visiting srhs.com. This broadcast is presented in part by Kansas Bankers Technologies, aligning technology compliance and community banking. 6:02 left to go in the third. 27-12 the score. Sacred Heart on top. Kenyon Darnay checking back in for the Lions. Norris looks to inbound it, kicks it in to Just. Just kicks it off to Kingston. Kingston back to Norris. Norris gets it across the line. Drives it around to the right side. Rice has it with it. Just kicks it back to Grant. Grant, a three on the way. Bounces off. Rebound being battled for. Disberger gets the board off the throwback in by Kingston Darnay. Dom, left side, kicks it off to Maddox. Maddox whips and weaves through the lane, kicks it back out to Cohen. Cohen, a three from deep. Right side, knocks it down, and Luke now with 4. As a slow start of the first half for the Knights. The Knights come out in the second half firing strong. A 7-0 run for Sacred Heart. 30-12 the score. Norris gets a feed. Just saves it. Just far left side. Struggles, gets it off to Norris. Norris post up on Matucci. Drives, throws it up. Shot off. Tuttle with the rebound. Tuttle kicks it off to Wells from deep. Shot off, rebounded by Just. Kenyon taking it. Shot up and hits. Kenyon Darnay gets his first bucket to go. Wells kicks it off to Cohen, right side. Dom, top of the key. Drives it in, kicks it back off to Luke. Luke, another three from the same spot. Rattles off, and Just with another rebound for Minneapolis. Owen gets it across the center line, kicks it off to Kenyon. Kenyon, right side, loses the handle, gets it back. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Norris has it at the logo, backs it out, scans and looks. Grant Rice gets it at the left wing. Minneapolis moving it inside. Nobody home. And the Knights poke it out. 6 seconds on the shot clock as Brecken Weatherman and Max Helgett will check back in for Minneapolis. Noah Hines will check back in for the Knights. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Owen kicks it into Helgett. Helgett holds it, kicks it off to Weatherman. 3, 2, 1, Just far side. Chucks it up from deep, knocks it down. What a shot by Owen Just. As the shot clock buzzer sounds, nice shot by the senior. And he didn't hit 1,000 career points for no reason. Phenomenal shooting for Owen from Minneapolis. Brecken Weatherman gets a rebound. Wells steals it away. Wells taking it to the hoop. Shot off. Owen with the rebound. Owen with 6 rebounds so far for Minneapolis. Just has it, kicks it off to Darnay. Darnay around to Kenyon. Weatherman to Just. Just a dangerous shooter for Minneapolis. Helgett has it. Helgett step back 3, shoots it, rattles off. Ben gets the rebound for Sacred Heart. Ben kicks it off to Luke. Luke drives, thinks about the pass to Hines, tricks them all, and takes it down himself. Luke now with 6. 32-17 the score. Kenyon Darnay takes a shot inside the three-point line, rattles off. Cohen with the rebound. Cohen throws it down court. Hines taking it to the cup and scoring. Noah Hines now with 3, coming off the rebound by Luke. And Colton Sprague will check in for the Knights. The Sacred Heart leads 34-17 with 2:44 left to go. a full timeout called by Minneapolis, and we'll take a timeout and be back with more.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper.
157 left to go in the third. 34-17 the score. Brecken Weatherman looks to kick it in, kicks it into Owen. Owen, step back three from the corner, off. Rebounded by Will. And a foul called. Colton Sprague called with the foul, picking up his first personal. Kingston Darnay will check back in for Minneapolis. 1:52 left to go in the third. 34-17 the score. Rice kicks it into Norris. Off the inbound, Norris drives it in. Shot blocked by Tuttle, and a foul called on Will. That foul was Will's second. Third team. The Knights have 2 fouls to give. As Tanner Norris, the 6'1 senior, will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Norris, his first free throw off the iron and rolls out. Norris will get one more opportunity. Minute 49 left to go. Score has stayed the same for a couple minutes. Norris wants an answer and hits it. Tanner now with 2 for the Lions. Sacred Heart in transition. Sprague left side. Drives it, kicks it back out to Wells. Wells brings it around to Hines. Wells, a 3 from the top, on the way, off. Darnay with the rebound for Minneapolis. Owen Just will walk it down the court. Just loses the handle. Norris saves the day for Minneapolis. Just left side. Rolls around the screen set by Kingston. Kenyon has the ball, top of the key. Loses the handle and poked out by Luke for the Knights. Minneapolis will inbound it on the far side as Dom Matucci will check back in for Sacred Heart. Just kicks it in across the court to Grant. Grant, right side, stuck with it. Sprague guarding him well. Kicks it to Norris. Norris, top of the key. Darnay sets the screen. Norris a 3. Yes! Tanner Norris knocks down a huge 3 off the screen set by Kingston Darnay. Norris steals it away. And Norris, time confusion, I think. 49.6 seconds left to go, and I think he thought the clock was going to expire and chucks it across the court. The Knights have it back. A little confusion. I bet that's what happened. It looked like Coach was yelling, and he must have got confused and shot it nearly the full court. Would have been a phenomenal shot. Sprague shoots it from the free throw line and knocks it down. Off the turnover by Minneapolis. Tanner Norris bringing it back around. 20 seconds left to go. 36-21 the score. Norris drives it in. Shot on the way. Off. They'll go to the line to shoot 2 as Mason Brown checks in for Sacred Heart and gets a foul right off the bat. Norris will go to the line to shoot 2 more free throws. Norris has spent most of his time at the free throw line. He's went 2 for 4 from the charity stripe so far. Norris, his first, knocks it down. He'll get one more chance. 15.9 seconds left to go in the third. 36-22 the score. Norris, another, knocks it down. As Tanner now with 7. As Matucci will take it down the court for Sacred Heart. 10 seconds left. Clock rolling. No shot clock. Tuttle kicks it to Matucci. Matucci's 3 on the way. Boom! Splash for Dom. As time will expire, Just throws it down from half court. Misses the front iron. And we'll go into the final quarter of play, leading 39-23. We'll take a break and be back. Brought to you by Maury Clinic Sports Medicine.
Checking in from Minneapolis, number 50.
Lily Pad Septic.
Oh, hi. I've got a big night planned for Valentine's Day. Candles, dinner, string quartet, and I'm proposing.
Aw, that's amazing.
Yeah, unless this septic smell ruins it. There's a funk in the yard.
Ugh, you're right to call. Cole!
I'm on it, Callie.
The freakishly fast frog.
Hello, sir. Love is in the air, but so is sulfur.
I was going to pop the question on Valentine's Day.
She'd remember it, but just not for the right reasons. I'll jump in and see what's going on.
Cole asked me out for the first time on Valentine's Day.
Well, I hope my proposal goes as well as Cole's did.
Your tank's full, sir, and your drain field's squishy. She deserves a sparkling ring and a clean tank. I've got to tell Callie.
Come home safe, Flush.
If you need a flush and a rush, call Lily Pad Septic.
Lily Pad Septic.com. Thank you both. Wish me luck.
Callie, give me a kiss.
So you can turn back into Cole?
Nope, because I love you.
Welcome back into the Maori Clinic Sports Medicine radio booth. Tonight's game brought to you by Dr. Andrew Westbrook of Maori Clinic Sports Medicine, Sacred Heart. We'll start off with it to start the fourth and final quarter of play from Minneapolis. The Knights leading 39-23. Hines loses the handle, and a foul called on Max Helgett. Max picking up his first personal. A quick foul by the Lions. Dom looks to inbound it, kicks it in to Sprague. Right side, he'll bring it back around to the left. Hines has it, top of the key. Driving it in, taking it to the cup, shot off. Norris gets the board for Minneapolis. Owen Just walking it across the Lion. Helgett has it right side. Kicks it off to Tanner. Tanner stuck, kicks it off to Just a quick three off the front iron. Tuttle with the rebound. Tuttle throwing it down the court to Hines. Hines taking it all the way. Count the buckets, and he'll go to the line to shoot a free throw as Tanner Norris picks up his third. 41-23 the score now, 7:22 left to go. Hines will go to the line to shoot two. Free throw up, misses. Kingston Darnay with the rebound. Darnay kicks it off to Norris. Norris will bring it around, kicks it off to Helgett. Grant Rice now with it, right side, kicks it back off, hands it off to Tanner Norris. Norris moving quickly. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Helgett has it left side, brings it back around to Rice. Just holds it, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Darnay gets it at the free throw line. Norris backs it up, 4 seconds on the shot clock, drives it in, throws up a shot, rattles off. Tuttle tears down the board, and the Knights have it back. 6:40 left to go. Hines pass to Matucci, poked away, and Dom called with a quick foul as Just steals it away. Dom picks up his second. As the Knights turning it over for the first time in the fourth. Weatherman to throw it in.
For Minneapolis, number 12, Bracken Weatherman, and number 35, Kenyon Darnay.
Kenyon Darnay also checking in for the Lions. Owen will walk it down the court. Crosses the center logo. Hands it off to Kingston and Darnay, Owen driving it around. Kicks it back out to Norris. Around the horn to Weatherman. Weatherman drives it around Brown. Feeds it down to Kingston. Kingston takes it to the hoop and scores. Kingston now with 8 as Lions answer for the first time in the fourth. Mason Brown loses the handle, gets it back. Will drives it down the baseline, taking it all the way. He does. Will scoreless in this one till the two he just hit. As the Knights lead 43-25. Just thinks about the three, steps back, shoots it off. Norris with the rebound. The foul called on the floor. That foul called on Noah Hines. Noah picking up his second as Ben Disberger will step in and check Noah out, as well as Luke Cohen. Mason Brown and Noah Hines taking a seat for the Knights. 5:48 left to go. Brecken Weatherman will inbound it for the Lions. Stuck with it. Gets it in to Kenyon. Kenyon drives it in, steps back, loses the handle, and Dom picks up a reach-in foul. That's Dominic's third personal. 5:44 left to go, 43-25 the score. Brecken Weatherman will kick it in from the side, near side. Kenyon gets it in. Darnay driving it around to the left side. Norris with it. Norris moving quickly, hands it off to Just. Just wants the shot, though. He keeps it, kicks it down to Darnay, and a jump ball called underneath. Disberger and Darnay battling for it. And the arrow going to Minneapolis. 5.5 left to go in the fourth. Just kicks it into Norris. Norris drives it down. Nice shot over Tuttle. Tanner Norris gets the bucket to go. And Norris leading the way for Minneapolis with 9. Cullen drives it. A whistle blown. Brecken Weatherman picks up his first as Max Helget will check back in for the Lions. 5:19 left to go. The Knights leading just by 16. Will gets the inbound. Will drives it, kicks it back out to Colton. Colton, the three from the right side. Boom! Knocks it down. The freshman gets his first bucket in the fourth, and it's from deep. Colton Sprague. Nice shot by the freshman. Just shoots it from the free throw line off. Rebounded by Ben. Colton down the court. Left side. Throws it across to Tuttle. Tuttle, a three from the right side. Bounces off. Brecken Weatherman with the rebound for Minneapolis. Weatherman kicks it down to Darnay. Darnay cannot control it, and Minneapolis turning it over for the fourth time in the second half. As Maddox will check back in for Sacred Heart. Tanner Norris checking back in for the Lions. 4:42 left to go. The Knights leading 46-27. Dom will kick it in to Maddox. Maddox moving across the center line. Drives it right. Takes it all the way. Kicks it back out to Dom. Dom to Colin. Colin down to Disberger. Disberger looking for it. Sprague loses the handle. And Minneapolis will take it over. Sacred Heart turning it over for the second time in the fourth. Norris to kick it in. Tanner drives it, stuck at the top, kicks it off to Helget. Helget loses the handle. Tanner has it back at the center line, tipped ball. Good call. Kenyon Darnay has it. Sprague guarding him. Helget right side, looking to feed it down. Moving the ball out, kicks it off to the right side to Norris. 10 seconds on the shot clock. 3:57 left to go in the game. Sprague nearly pokes it out of Kenyon Darnay. Kenyon driving it, taking it off the glass. Darnay with the rebound. A foul called. Battling for the rebound. Kingston Darnay picks up his first. As Sacred Heart will take things over. 3:49 left to go. 46-27 the score. Sprague will inbound it to Maddox. Maddox gets it off to the left side. Dribbles. Checks out the lane. Backs it on up. Kicks it over to Sprague. Sprague drives it in. Kicks it back out to Dom. Dom drives it down in around a Lion. And a whistle blown. Kenyon Darnay charged with his third. That's 5 team fouls. Sprague will go to the line. Colton Sprague, the freshman, averaging 53% from the free throw line, will go to the line to shoot 2 of them. Colton, this first, on the way, knocks it down. Colton now with 4. As the Knights extend their lead to 47-27, the Knights up by 20. A little over 3.5 left to go. Sprague, his second up on the way. Yes, goes perfect from the free throw line. Weatherman inbounds it, kicks it off to Norris. Norris hands it off to Weatherman around to Just. Kingston Darnay, top of the key. Fakes the handoff, loses it, kicks it back off to Owen. Owen, a three off. Ben with another rebound for the Knights. Dom has it in the front court, drives it, kicks it off. Colton driving it all the way. Maddox, a three from the left side, on the way, off. Disberger with an offensive board. Wells kicks it out to Sprague. Sprague, a three from the right corner, off. In last touched by the Knights. Minneapolis will take things over. 2:55 left to go. 48-27 the score, as Kenyon Darnay and Brecken Weatherman will both check back in for the Lions. Tanner gets the inbound and looks to move the ball quick. Drives it, bounces it off to Owen. Owen just being held to 8 points so far. Kingston kicks it around to Weatherman. Weatherman loses it, just there to save it. Kenyon Darnay, top of the key. Kingston has it. Weatherman, a three from the left side, on the way, off. Rebounded by Ben. Luke Cohen has it down the court, kicks it off to Maddox. Maddox rolling it around quickly. Cohen has it right side. Drives it down the baseline, trying to pick up a foul, loses the handle, and he will. The Knights turning it over for the third time. Turnover is kind of a killer for the Knights tonight, as Mason Brown, Leo Dorsweiler, and Cruz Carrico all will check in for the Knights. Luke Cullen and Ben Disberger taking a seat. Ben coming in huge, rebound, and I have him down for 11 rebounds tonight. The leading rebounder getting it done. 6 points and 11 rebounds unofficially I have him down for. Weatherman will kick it off to Norris for Minneapolis. Norris right side stuck with it. 2 minutes left to go. Weatherman kicks it around to Just. Norris with it now. Norris stuck with it underneath the basket, takes it to the hoop, shot off. Brown with the rebound. Brown will kick it off to Sprague. This a young Lions team, just 3 seniors on this squad. Minneapolis has a lot of tools, underclassmen that have played phenomenal tonight. The Darnay boys coming in, as well as Weatherman, Norris, and Helgett all playing well for Minneapolis in this one. Weatherman gets it off, kicks it off to Norris. Kenyon Darnay, the one we just talked about, off. Kingston gets to the rebound, the put back short. Dortzweiler with the rebound for the Knights. And Sacred Heart has it back. A little over a minute left to go. 48-27 the score. Sacred Heart looks to stay perfect in league play. Brown gets the feed, the backdoor pass. Off. And last touch by Minneapolis is Oliver White, as well as Aiden Hessman will check in for the Lions. 57.7 seconds left to go. The Knights on top by 21. Carrico looks to kick it in. He'll kick it into the backcourt to Mason. Mason down to Ben, around to Colton Sprague. Carrico will drive it in. Ben has it out. Sacred Heart passing it around the brim. Sprague drives it in, forces it down to Mason. Sprague kicks it back out to Ben. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Short time. The Knights throwing it up. Mason kicks it up. Gets the unlucky roll. Minneapolis trying to battle for the rebound, as Oliver White will step out with it. 32.8 seconds left to go. 48-27 the score. Dortzweiler kicks it off to Brown. Brown will drive it down baseline, stuck by Hessman. Mars passes it back out around the brim. 20 seconds left to go. Sprague drives it off to Dortzweiler. Sacred Heart bench all in right now. Sprague kicks it down to Mars. 10 seconds left. Sprague will back it out. Coach wanting to hold it, as Sacred Heart will stay perfect in league and win this one 48-27. 28-27 in a not easy victory. The Knights on top 48-27. That's your final from Minneapolis. We'll take a break and we'll enter the post-game show brought to you by Commercial Tire Center.
Opening our doors in 1999, Salina Surgical Hospital is now 20 years strong. From inpatient stays to outpatient procedures, Salina Surgical Hospital specializes in excellence in surgical services and digestive health care. It is the depth of experience and the abilities of the physicians and nurses at Salina Surgical Hospital that make it the ideal place for high-tech and high-touch to unite. Salina Surgical Hospital is proud to be partially physician-owned, serving Salina and its surrounding communities for 20 years.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
We all make plans for the future, but car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
Welcome back into the Maori Clinic Sports Medicine Radio booth brought to you by Dr. Andrew Westbrook. He proudly supports our area student athletes. If you're injured, come see Dr. Westbrook at his sports injury clinic every Monday and Thursday from 8 to 9 a.m. at Maori Clinic, or call and make an appointment. He says, go Knights. I'm Noah Helgett, Brian Dennett behind the camera as we are in our post-game show brought to you by Commercial Tire Center of Salina. And the Knights victorious on top of Minneapolis 48-27 on the road here in Minneapolis. Minneapolis drops to 4-12 overall, 3-6 in league play. Minneapolis only being held to 5 first quarter points, 7 in the second, and things getting rolling for both teams in the second half. The Knights moved to 17-2 overall, 8-0 in league play. Minneapolis led in scoring by Tanner Norris. He finished with 9. Owen Just and Kingston Darnay both finished with 8. And Kenyon Darnay finishes with 2. So defensively, the Knights forced 13 turnovers on Minneapolis, only holding Minneapolis to 4 different scores tonight. Owen Just capitalizing against Hillsborough, hitting 1,000 points for the senior. Congratulations to Owen. On the other side of things, Will hits 1,000 against Southeast of Salina at home. Just has 2 points tonight against Minneapolis. Once again, Dominic Matucci leads the way for the Knights. He finished with 16. Ben Disberger as well as Luke Cullen both finished with 6. Noah Hines with 5. Maddox Wells with 4. Will Tuttle, like I said, just with 2. Ben Mars and Colton both with 5. And rounding out the scoring for the Knights, Ben Disberger, he finished with 6. And I had him unofficially for 11 rebounds. The Knights turned it over 10 times and shot 5 for 9 from the free throw line in a 48-27 victory over Minneapolis tonight. We'll take a short break and be back with an interview by Coach Brian Gormley after this.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
Welcome back into the Commercial Tire postgame show brought to you by Commercial Tire Center. Joining alongside Coach Brian Gormley. The Knights moving to 17-2 overall, 8-0 in league play, defeating Minneapolis 48-27. Joined with Coach Brian Gormley. And Coach, not necessarily the first half we wanted, but as I tell Brian, our camera guy, I said, don't you sleep on the Knights. Coach Gormley's going to go in at halftime, get things rolling for the Knights, and I think you did tonight. Minneapolis only had 4 different scores, and I thought the Knights really did okay defensively throughout the game.
Yeah, I mean, you hold a league opponent to 27 that won their last 2 games. You're doing something right. Going down the hallway, Coach Hines had wise words. It was, defense travels. Yep. And on nights when you get in somebody else's gym and you're not grooving and your 1,000-point score goes to the donut into halftime, you know what? You can still guard. And Will did a great job showing that as an example for the whole first half, and he came out in the third quarter, and you think a guy who's put up that many points would come out gunning in the third. I don't think took a shot.
Absolutely.
You know what he did? He rebounded, he defended, he got outlets, he started to break, and he did all the other things that you can do as a basketball player to affect your team in a positive way.
I think by far we had 2 of the best shooters in the NCAA league tonight, with Will capturing 1,000 points and Owen Just capturing his 1,000 points against Hillsborough last Friday. Just talk about how hard it is to guard Owen Just, as quick and shifty as he is. Just allowed him to just 8 points tonight.
Yeah, well, first of all, Maddox Wells does a great job. I mean, he's had Owen, and like you said, he's put up 1,000. In our 2 games this year, he has 14, and Maddox Wells draws the brunt of that assignment, and he just is so quick, so tenacious. He's just such a competitor and a lot of energy. But the thing that Owen gives you, you saw the 30-footer he hit at the end of the buzzer, and Maddox is shrugging. I'm like, we're okay.
Yeah, what can you do with that?
Yeah, and I think what he does, really gives everybody a hard time. He's got that pull-up where he's going hard,
yes,
even left-handed, and then he just pulls up on a dime, and he buried one down there in the corner. But we like the shot chart that he had for our favor. And I think Maddox had a lot to do with that, but we had Dom on him, we had Noah on him, and they did a great job. Good job tonight, Coach. Improving to 17-2 overall, 8-0 in league play there. How's that sound? With a 48-27 victory on the road at Minneapolis. We hit the road again on Tuesday at Lions and close out the week with a little rest, and then that week after a busy three games in 5 days. Yeah, everybody gets a bye in our league. I think Southeast had it tonight, and we'll have it next Friday. But, the Lions game was one that with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left, it was a tie game. Maddox Wells hits a 3-point shot with 2:12 left. And from there, we were able to close it out. But it was a tightly contested game. We had some shooting woes in that game, too. But, guys kept playing defense and kept pulling on the same rope. Yep, Coach, thanks for joining me post-game. The Knights win 48-27 in Minneapolis. We'll have the call on Tuesday on the road at Lions. With that, I'm Noah Helgett. Brian Dennett behind the camera. We say good night from Minneapolis.